How are we all doing today? Hello. What's been going on? How are we all doing on this beautiful, gorgeous day? You guys know the drill. Scale of 1 to 10, how are we feeling and why? Hi, Quinn. Hi, Lotus. Hi, Eliza. Hi, Hungsas. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Eliza. Hi, Elle. Hi, Hanny. Hi, Donut. Hi, Kelly Cod. How are we all? Hi, Amara. Hi, HD. Hi, Littles. Today, I'm going to be reacting to your guys' worst unpopular opinions. So if you haven't already, be sure to send them in. I want to hear your worst. I want to hear ones that are going to cause conversation. I want to hear controversy, okay? Hi, Bolt. Hi, Casey. So today was supposed to be the watermelon stream again. Guys, why does Brighton have no rubber bands? I finally found a watermelon after going into 4 different fruit stores. Could not find any rubber bands, so I've ordered some for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day for me, but Harry and I are going to be doing the watermelon stream, possibly Max as well, at maybe 5 tomorrow, so this time tomorrow. And I attend new Taylor Swift album tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm intrigued to see what it's going to sound like, you know. I hope it's good. Thinking 8 out of 10, going to a party on Saturday. Let's go. On a dog walk right now. Oh my God, I hope your dog walk is going amazing. 8 out of 10, feeling much better now. It's a day of work, parents visiting New York. Get your life together. Oh, Mara, I'm so proud of you. And I'm glad you're feeling good. Another new podcast episode. I'm so glad to hear it. Oh my God. I'm so happy you guys enjoyed it. It was one of our favorites. We will start, I've said this every time, we're eventually going to start uploading the pods to Spotify once we fix the microphones, because I don't know what's wrong with them at the moment. They're pissing me off. Oh my God. So today I planned all the stuff for the podcast, sorted out the Patreon, and then went out to try and find watermelons and stuff, and then tried to plan my outfits for Paris, because I leave for Paris on Saturday morning. I'm so excited, but I was trying to think of cute outfits and I just couldn't. 8 out of 10, you went pretty well today. Not too much of a long day. That's good. Hi, Cody. How are you? And hi, Haunted. Tell me how you guys are feeling today. Been watching some of the podcast episodes, saw your live, wanted to join. Oh, Paul, that means so much to me. Thank you. I hope you're having a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Let me know. I want to know everything that's going on with your day. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be doing dailies, and then I'll be looking at some unpopular opinions. I'm ready to get riled up. I want to get riled up. I want to argue. 6 out of 10 rating. See if I get a leadership role at your school. Really want to start the new politicians episode. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get the role. You're going to be amazing. 9 out of 10. Going out tonight. Can't wait. Oh, have so much fun. Well, I preemptively answered your question there. When I upload the old episode, Fireball Fridays will not be going on to, they're not podcasts. Fireball Friday was never a podcast. That is not made to be on Spotify. The old ones, I don't know, the quality isn't very good, so I'm not sure. If you guys really want, we can. But yeah, they sound awful. Who am I going to Paris with? I'm going with G. Am I going to Valorant Championship Finals, which I'm so excited for. I'm going to be trying to content max, okay? So I'm going to try and do as much as possible. I'm going to get Instagram content. I'm going to get TikTok content. I'm going to try and stream. I'm going to do so much. Hi, Satan. 10 out of 10 had lectures. So hyped to get to studying. There's nothing better than like wanting to revise, you know? I used to go through phases, not very often, where I'd love being really on top of all my shit. I can't wait to go to Paris and see Tubbo. I can't wait to travel to a different country and hang out with the same people that I hang out with in Brighton. That's going to be a movie. I'm so excited for that. But do you have any unpopular opinions? Oh, Nick, I'm sure you do. I assure you, you will. 9 out of 10, chill day, no uni since there are big strikes in Italy right now. Oh my God, really? Well, works for you. Hope you have a lovely chill day. Got a laptop, so excited. There is nothing cuntier than a fresh new laptop. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Take you to Paris, I miss it. Do you know what? I don't mind Paris. I've been quite a few times, so I feel like the Paris of it all has rubbed off on me. So I want to try and be really, really touristy, which is hard because I'm literally only there for like 48 hours, but I'm gonna try and Paris max, you know? I want to take it as much of Paris as I can. Had to rack my brain from popular opinions. Okay. Bible Fridays, a podcast would be rogue without being able to see the context. Yeah, it would make zero sense. Our dumbasses on Spotify should be illegal anyway. But yes, as always, I hope everybody's having a really, really good day today. If you're not, then I hope the stream can make you feel a little bit better. It's a stream that you guys can all get involved in. You can all say your opinions. You can all get involved. But if you don't, you can just sit and listen. There should be a lot going on. So I'm going to try and speed run dailies because I'm intelligent and full of life and knowledge. And then we'll get into it. and it'll be nice to be able to discuss each thing. But yeah, then the oh no, I forgot to tell my friend I can't make it to her birthday because I'm in Paris. That's so bad. Hi Tilda. But yeah, even if you just joined the stream, or even if you're still typing out how you're doing today, please still let me know. Okay, let's start off with dailies. Should we see how fast I can finish dailies? And I'm not gonna rage today. I've made my thing today. Hi, Imi. My plan for today is that I'm not gonna rage once at dailies. I'm not gonna get annoyed at the New York Times ever. If anything's strange, I'm just gonna smile and nod and go, right, exactly. No, I wanna go back to store. Damn it. Is there any point in me doing a do? Of course, always. Okay, we got a T, an I, and a it's Tilda. It's Tilda. Imagine. Hi Tachaya, you came in chat. How you doing, Amy? Okay, so you've got a T, an I, a D. Okay, and it doesn't start with a. Oh, it can't be dirty. Can it be? Oh, it can't be dimly. Dinny. Dingy. Oh my god. Wow, it doesn't even end with a Y or an E. What's this gonna be? Hi, Lizard. How you doing? Okay, so it's not T or D or I. So it has to either end in a D or I think it's gonna be like this, maybe. Oh my days. It's obviously Zebra. How did I not see that? How did I not see it? That doesn't look right though. What if we swap it round? Oh my god, I don't know. Doesn't start with a D, Dylan. And there's no Y. Let's just try and put in a rogue word with the letters we've got left. Blimp. Let's do blimp and see if any of these letters are in there. Yeah, sick. Yeah, sick. Yeah, sick. None of them? None of them. Okay. I don't have a clue. We know we have I here. I have no choice but to assume that T goes here. And then D at the end. Because it can't be there unless it's there. Hi Vanima. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, don't worry. I don't need a hint. Don't worry. I don't need hints. I'd rather get it wrong than get a hint. I'm stubborn in that regard. I'm not gonna know. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna do a random word and get it wrong. What is it? Width. What? Wow. Wow. Interesting. Well, that's that. No anger. No anger, no rage from me. Just had the wrong starting words. God damn it. I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed, okay? Okay. Ugh. I will just quit this if it's stupid, okay? Heal, do, flow, come, stay, fair, down, left, just, set, up, placed, frozen, brave, put, right. Huh. Hey. Guys, we not self-promo in the chat, please. But happy for you, Cody. I'm Unk? Did you just call me Unk? What? No, chat, am I Unk? Say you don't so I'm not Unk, am I? I'm not Unk. Yeah, this is horrible. Heal to stay. I'm getting like dog instructions here. I'm not Unk. I'm so not Unk. To set, placed, put. not sure. Hi, Jenny. Saying some of my viewers counted, but I'm looking. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's just see if there's one away here. Yeah, it's one. It's down. That's not in the right place. Set put. Is it to stay? But then heal's there. Oh, guys, it's not my day for dailies. I can feel it in my bones. I don't know. It's definitely to place, to put, to set. Hi, Fudge! Don't come into chat and post links to your own videos. That's like Chatter 101, guys. Come on. I don't know. I would happily just get dailies wrong over and over again today. I don't want to do connections. We're not doing connections today. I hate that game so much. Yeah, it's just, guys, you just don't do that. Come on. You know that. If you spend 10 seconds on Twitch, you know that. Oh, my posture is fixed for you, okay? I did not rage quit. Nick, not a single part was a rage quit. I just didn't want to do it. Realized I had free will. Okay, mini crossword, let's go. Whoopi and Sister Act. Either way you look at it. What? I've never seen Sister Act. I can't lie. Hi, George. Welcome to the stream. Resting on Laid. Nancy Pelosi's title from 2019 to 23. Who the fuck is Nancy Pelosi? I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. Whisper, how are you, my lovely? Science fiction award, I don't know. Taylor's Edge, Hem. Setting the war novels, The Sympathizer and the... What? Okay. Okay. How are you doing? Those of you that join chat, let me know how you're doing today on a scale of 1 to 10. I want to know. Six-sided state? Why is it so American? No, girl, why is this so American? We're talking about Gilmore Girls, The Shape of States, Nancy Pelosi. I'm skipping straight to Bandle. I actually can't be asked this today. You know when you have a day where you're like, why should I force myself to do something that I don't want to do? Because if I force myself to do it, I will cry. I will cry if things don't align with my mood today. Okay. 7 out of 10. Last night I was laying in bed looking up at stars and all I could think of was, where's my ceiling gone? Wow, what a day. What a day. What a day. Had a great day. Skipped school. Just watched true crime all day. I was thinking about making that a stream, but then we did that literally yesterday. So solid 8. Turns out the guy I like started dating a friend of mine, but I'm doing a lot better than I expected. Rejection is redirection, okay? I promise you. If there's somebody that you fancy that fancies somebody else, that's because they weren't for you. And I'm telling you right now, you would much rather be by yourself than with the wrong person. That's what I always tell myself. I don't tend to fancy people, but like when I was in the phase of fancying people and it maybe didn't work out, I just remind myself, why would I want to be with somebody who would want to be with someone else? Unpopular opinion is exactly that, okay? We're going to read out an opinion. If you feel strongly for or against it, you can put in your piece and what you think, okay? I think these start off pretty lukewarm and are just like food opinions and stuff. And I think later on it kind of like gets into it. It's not an average Harry stream, be normal, please. Hey, listen, you guys are good. I promise, I'll tell you. So we're going to start off really nice and tame with cherry flavored drinks taste like shit, okay? Yay or nay? Do we agree or disagree? Do you know what? I'm not very picky when it comes to flavors of drinks. I don't mind cherry. Like, Dr. Pepper's tastes like cherry. No, does it? Right? I don't mind a cherry. I think it tastes like fake. Wow. This is actually very torn. Like, I feel like there are some flavors that taste more artificial than others. Like, if you're having something that's really apple flavor, it's going to taste fake. Nothing ever really tastes like proper apple. Same with like blue raspberry, same with banana. It's always going to taste artificial. I don't mind cherry flavored things. Cherry flavored drinks don't taste like cherry to me. No, I feel like cherry is one of those flavors that you really can't replicate. And it's like banana. Artificial cherry flavor tastes completely different to actual cherry flavor. Cherryade is so good. Do you know what I love? Cream soda. completely unrelated to the question, by the way. Cream soda floats. Oh my God, when I was a kid, cream soda. Oh my God, Tilda, now you have to go try one and tell us what you think. Cream soda, I think, is one of the best drinks ever. But I couldn't drink cream soda just out of the can. I'd need it with milk, like with like ice cream in it. So good. So good. I don't know. I'm pretty impartial to a cherry flavored drink. I'm not mad at it. Artificial cherries like artificial watermelon. Exactly. I think it tastes good. But if you love cherries in real time, like the real stuff, then maybe the drink isn't it for you. Okay. Thick of It wasn't that bad of a song. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be at the time. Okay, the thing with Thick of It is the way that he went about promoting it, right? The song, severely mid. Like, it sounds like a KSI song, you know? Like, there are some JJ songs that I really like, you know? I love the song that he did with Nathan. I used to think I couldn't be without you. Now that you're gone, I feel heavy as hell. I like that one. And I like Don't Play. Not Over Yet. I've been to a KSI concert, you know? Like, he has bangers. I think the song is mid. I think it's because of the way he was promoting it, and he went for the bit of being like, because obviously they were pretty hated at the time, like, because wasn't that when all the Lunchly stuff was happening as well? So I think he just went with the all press is good press and started trying to like heat people up to talk about it, and it just became a meme. And so I think that like the meme of Thick of It became bigger than Thick of It itself. Listen to it the other day. Sometimes I just need a silly song. Lunchy Dan TDM beef. Oh God. The Roblox sword sound effect. I'm not gonna lie. From the screen to the rain, from the pen, the whooshing. So I think it's just the way he went about promoting it that then made it become a meme. Because like KSI is one of those characters where like people love to hate him. And he loves that as well, because it's like, oh, you're still talking about me though. So I think it just became a meme out of his own actions. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care to listen to the song. I put it on at karaoke. I put it on at the Jack Manifold karaoke to see if Jedward would sing along to it. Guys, Jedward said they'd do Poor Decisions. Imagine. Tried to lean to the rage bait marketing, but it backfired on his persona. But I feel like anyone who knows KSI knows that he's gonna do that anyway. That's always been his bit. My opinion is so perfectly made, it goes hard in the occasional situation. I agree. Yeah, I think the meme of it was great. Jedward on Poor Decisions would be cinema. I can't imagine them having like a serious conversation. We'll talk to him though. Okay. Why? Somebody left about 4 opinions on baked beans. Who here's that passionate about baked beans? I'm going to see if I can find some controversial ones. Because a lot of these are just foods that they... Oh my God, okay. Let's try this one. Beans. You only put in 1 lizard? There were 5. Afterwards, there were more. About baked beans. I love baked beans. Baked beans go so hard. Okay, guys. Women are always much better looking than men. Like, put any guy next to any girl, and the girl will be better looking. Guys, we found a lesbian. Hi, Schooler Red. How are you? Truth Nuke. Hey. I think it's because I think it's a thing where I don't know. I see what you mean though. I do see what you mean. Heike gained and agree, bro. So many guys are karate. I love that you guys. I love you guys so much. For me, it's sometimes a thing where it's like, I like pretty boys. I love pretty women. And I feel like if you give me the adjective of pretty, I'm going to describe I feel like I know more women that are pretty in my immediate circle than guys that are pretty. A lot of guys I know are like very handsome or like this, that, or the rather. But I feel like women are more inclined to dress up more for less, you know? Like I might do my makeup just to go like to do the shopping and for a stream. Whereas the average guy might not. Most men do not maintain their looks aesthetically, whereas women are more likely to actually put effort into looks. There you go, Truth Nuke. Men put in less effort. Okay. Guys I find attractive are guys who look like girls. Me as hell. Men need to start wearing makeup. Probably also because women are also told to look pretty. Exactly. I feel like it's just like intrinsic. Like if I go to the airport, for example, I love putting together an airport outfit and doing my makeup for the airport if it's a short flight. Whereas I feel like all my guy friends literally just rock up in what they're wearing and they're like, get me on that bloody plane. I feel like we're just very basic as guys. Care about minimal effort. Yeah, you get away with more as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But Hey, I neither agreed nor disagreed. I just wanted to see what you guys thought. Oh, this is so interesting. Merch is glorified fast fashion. You can't read this entire thing because it's not showing it, but I've never seen merch release that's transparent about how it's manufactured and the workers are fairly paid. I honestly... Okay, I have points on this. And I go digging to look for any info about the manufacturing. There are points to be made that merch could be slightly better because the item might be more cherished and therefore not tossed as quickly. But then again, if you suddenly stop liking the artist /CC, most people stop wearing the merch. No. I get why people buy it and why it's made, but I've never been able to get behind it. Not sure how unpopular this is. I never see anyone else saying it. Well, yeah. Well, yes. But it's like, you know when you buy merch that there's a chance you might stop watching them. Like I always say, I have a big bin bag full of merch of people who I'm no longer talked to. But I feel like if you regularly buy merch, I feel like if you're buying merch for someone, it's someone that you're a fan of, and there's always the risk that could happen, you know? That's why I personally like merch that isn't someone's name plastered on it. But if that, because then in that case, if I stopped watching that person, I don't think I've ever bought merch for somebody that I watch, but I personally prefer merch that doesn't have their name plastered over it, because say I stop watching them, I can still wear the merch, unless it's a problematic person. In that case, I'm burning it. Banana. I do agree with the manufacturing thing. I think it's purely because, like, I think if I don't actually know a single thing about it, because when we did our merch stuff, Harry kind of was the one that did it. I cared a lot about like the quality of the items and stuff, and I don't know. We did merch because people wanted there to be merch. I am always the same. Like, there's a reason I've never released any merch myself. The only merch I've ever bought is at concerts, same as Clem. Like, people always ask, when am I releasing merch? And I never have, because I just don't see a reason to. I just don't think there is. I don't think there's like, I say, a high enough demand for it. I don't know. I just don't see a point. Fireball Friday, you guys really wanted merch, and we were like, oh, okay, it could be something fun, niche, like a little like thing. I do agree with the point though. I don't know enough about how merch is manufactured to be able to answer that side of it. But you could assume that a lot of it probably is fast fashion, which is something I've never actually thought about. But it's also very expensive if you go for the not fast fashion route, I think. I have no idea. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. Majority of merch I've bought is in person at shows. One time I ordered this because I like the design of the pants and stuff. Yeah, I've never ordered merch online. Only reason I don't buy content creator merch is because designs are never things I'd wear out. Yeah, I know, because Harry and I were talking about doing another drop soon, and I said if we end up doing another merch drop, I'd want it to not be, hey, this is YouTuber merch. I'd want it to be something actually really wearable and cool, and like really put some time and effort into it. I know we're looking at possibly moving companies that we worked with, because I had some issues with the quality of stuff, but content creators are allergic to making good looking clothes. Hey guys, shoot me when I'm down. I bought Harry's merch t-shirt. It's just my home shirt. I wear it all the time. To be fair, literally, like a lot of my merch, I was wearing my Stray Kids shirt today. Harry's merch was cool. Yeah, he did it with a different company. Basically, we were supposed to do our merch with the company that Harry did his with, and then Harry changed it at the last second, and I don't know. Artist merch is boring and expensive. I've seen fan concepts that are so much better. Exactly. No, literally, I like wearing merch in my own time. I think you just have to put a lot more effort into it. And I think if we stop looking at content creators for a second, because I don't buy content creator merch, so I can only really talk for like musicians and stuff. I feel like musician merch is always so lazy. It's just like a name thrown on something. And it's like, if that's like one of like, so for example, James has his tie-dye shirt that has just his name on it. That's still cute because it's one of many options. You have options that are graphics, you have options that are that, and then you have the tie-dye like shirt with just the name. That's fine, that's cool. But sometimes I turn up to like concerts and I look at the merch, like Blackpink was awful. The Blackpink at concert merch was horrendous, and given how expensive it is, that's why I always laugh so much that Toby took my freaking Joji shirt, because not only did I love that shirt and it was really good quality, but it was £55. It's 55 quid I spent on a t-shirt, and I'm like, Toby, I want it back. And all he does is say it's really nice to sleep in. I'm like, but can I have it back, please? Sustainable fashion is one of the things I'm most passionate about in the world because I both work in sewing. The industry is so horrible. Yeah, no, I agree because I try to avoid fast fashion as much as possible but it is expensive. But I love that you sew. Maybe just hire fan artists. Or, well, I think that's normally is what happens. I know that Fireball Friday was all done by our goat. I think Harry's only ever hired, well, Tyden. I don't know why I didn't say their name. I don't know enough about this, sadly, to really have an opinion. I rarely buy clothes as well. So, isn't merch like a stock that sells out and isn't fast fashion different? I could not tell you. Oh, yeah, I know for us, so for Fireball Friday, none of our stock gets thrown out, like, until it's gone. That was the only issue that I had with our merch company, was that they ordered loads of posters that I think was more than we were able to sell. And I was like, when I just wasted a load of paper and possibly fabric, if I don't know how many things they've ordered. So I don't know, maybe we'll do a sale on the merch we have already, because that upset me, because I'm like, you've seen our numbers, you've seen our figures. I don't know why you'd make that many of something, if not make it on demand, you know? Instead of bringing in like 700 of something, then being like, how are you going to get rid of this? Boom, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. I do agree with this though. And it's something I've never thought about with merch. Because again, I've never bought content creator merch and I've never really made my own until Fireball Friday. But it's definitely something I'm going to keep in mind. I know that the next merch drop I really, really, really want to be a lot more aesthetically pleasing. And with the buzzing, I don't hear any buzzing. But thank you, Paul. Appreciate you. I wish I knew more though. You've made me realize how much I need to educate myself on that kind of stuff. If I buy clothes, I think, will I actually wear it often and not just buy because I want something? True. But I also think that if you're the kind of person that's gonna buy merch, you're gonna buy merch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the kind of person to buy merch, but I know so many of you guys are. Hence the reason why we made Fireball Friday merch, because you guys wanted it. So you know, I don't know. That's such an interesting point though. I very much agree though. Yeah, the Cyberman merch is good. The Cyberman merch is good stuff. At least with the merch, chances of it ending in landfill are slightly less. Yeah, I'd hope so. Oh, we bought a poster. Oh, Ellie, I'm so glad. People are literally just going, this isn't an opinion, and then just saying hi. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't like the Brighton group in 2022. What was the Brighton group in 2022? That's why I moved here. When was 2022? My issue is people say the Brighton group and they just mean Tommy in it. They just mean Tommy, Toby, and Jack, and Average Harry. What was the Brighton group in 2022? I lived in Brighton in 2022. That was Brighton group like pre-implosion though. 2022 was when shit started hitting the fan. Yeah, literally, but and plus everybody that eventually then got cancelled. The Brighton group in 2022 would have been, yeah, everyone. Yeah, well, I think you're asking the wrong person. Oh, but Toby was in the Brighton group in 2022 though, for sure. Like, Toby was literally only like half an hour down the road. He unfortunately was very much a part of the Brighton group though. I'm forcing him in. If I'm going down, he's coming down with me. Who is everyone? It would have been, what would have been a 2022 night out? It would have been, we'll put Toby there, but he hadn't moved over yet. Tommy, Jack, you would have had Jago, James, Wilbur, Kit, me. Molly was around in 2022, but I don't think she was doing content yet. The Lovejoy Boys. James's group. There was a lot of us. Pretty much everyone. Guys, we don't need to trigger warning controversial people. They're just stupid fucking people. Let's not give them that much power. Yeah. Did another brand group? I think that's fair to say, because I think it's like one of those things where people say it's It's one of those things where, no, I moved to Brighton in 2022. I also like lived in Brighton my entire life. Hi, Connor. I think I always find it very interesting when people talk about quote unquote the Brighton group, because first of all, again, they normally don't mean most of us. They normally just mean the guys, like the streamer men, which is fine. You know, people say that because that's all they know. I don't think people are saying it to be inherently like ignorant. They're the people in the group. But sometimes, you know, it's like, yo, when people go on Twitter and they go, I fucking hate the Brighton group. And I'm like, you don't even know who I am. And you're talking about my circle of people, like, God damn it. Like, how people feel about the Brighton group is different from person to person and who they think is in it. I think the main issue was it was just peak Dream SMP, wasn't it? That's the long and short of it. It was peak Dream SMP and peak people starting to come back to normal life. So it was content creators just like learning post-COVID. And not only that, a lot of Dream SMP was so young that it's also then a matter of like, in a space of COVID, like those COVID years, you've gone from a regular teenager to now a teenage millionaire. What now, you know? I don't know. I think there was a lot to figure out. Also, post-COVID, there was so many, like, you're all of a sudden meeting all of these people that you've only ever met on a screen. And then you're figuring out if those people if are actually your friends. Like, I could have walked into a party in 2022 and known everybody in there, but only 4 of them I would have classed really as my friend. It's realizing that there can be people that you spend hours and hours and hours of your life with during COVID that you meet in real life, and maybe you just don't get along like that. And there's all these people that you want to meet and all these people that are doing their own things and everyone's learning how to be normal. But I understand this. I don't think it's inherently... Do you know what I do think is an unpopular opinion? I do think that... like, Dream SMP obviously ended in a blaze of fucking flames. But I feel like people let it damage what it actually was too much. Like, granted, there were some people in there that turned out to not be the greatest. Hi, Zorro. But I think when you really look at it, Dream SMP was so unprecedented and was fucking insane for what it was and what it stood for. Gave a massive boost to Twitch. Brought back Minecraft roleplay. It did so many good things as well. And I think people look in hindsight and shit on it a little too much for how monumental it was. If you want to talk about now, you can say whatever you want. You can have whatever opinion. But I feel like... yeah, back then it was so big, but I also understand that was also the peak time to hate it because it was teenage boys figuring out how to be normal after going through probably the most unnatural popularity arc ever. Without teenage boys annoying, that's no crime. No, exactly, that's so fine. I mean, I never watched any of the stuff that was being made during that time, so I don't know. I get this though, but I feel like when you're saying you don't like the Brighton group, it just means you don't like the Dream SMP boys. I think that's 9 times out of 10 what people meant when they say I hate the Brighton group. Keep out in COVID, proud of you. Probably say I also didn't like the Brighton group in 2022, not because I hate them or anything, just my sort of thing then. That's me as hell. Like, I knew everybody at the time, but couldn't tell you a single thing about their jobs because I didn't watch Minecraft content. Whereas I feel like nowadays, everyone's divulged into doing new content. And like everyone's a lot more friendly now. Like we all actually do content with each other and we're all mates instead of it being like everyone does their own content and the behind the scenes we all hang out type thing. There's so much more overlap. There's so much more community sense with the group, you know? But that's so normal for 2022 having come out of COVID and all the conditions that there were. And I think it's absolutely fine to look back and go, I didn't really enjoy that back then because it was very intense. It was very one thing. And if you didn't like that one thing, then it was like, oh, okay. I get it. I understand. That's like people saying that they didn't like when I was an Among Us streamer because all I do is play Among Us for 10 hours. I can't blame you, baby girl. I can't blame you. Okay. I don't understand guys or girls going out with the intent to hook up or kiss people. Kissing people. I personally go out to have fun with friends. If I meet someone cute and things happen, it happens, but it isn't my goal. This me as hell. I've never understood it, but I've never really cared. You know what I mean? It's the only way I can put like how I feel about this. Like, I personally am the same. I love going out for a dance with my friends and I love drinking, okay? I love having a nice fruity fun drink and dancing with my friends, okay? But I had friends when I had a real job who would go out and they'd place bets on what girls they were going to get with. They would have to do it. They'd go to a club depending on if there's girls there. If they'd walk in and there'd be no one in there, their night would immediately be ruined. I did find it really cringe. Like, if that's how you want to live your life, cool. But I couldn't imagine walking into a club and having my night preemptively ruined because there's nobody there for me to get with. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes there were nights where I'd come to clubs and be like, I'm really feeling my shit. and there's nobody here to appreciate it. But I think if you're focusing your night on getting with somebody rather than having fun, you'll just set yourself up for failure. Screw that. But in the same breath, never mind, it's a different breath. I don't, like, you know, personally, I don't care if you're going out to pull people, you know, like, if that's your intention, if that's what you want to do, go crazy, do it. Don't agree, do understand from a guy's point of view. Most guys just insecure. Oh, that's not specific to just men. I think we're all insecure. I think especially when you're 18, when you're fresh 18, you're probably the most insecure person you've ever been in your life. And you go clubbing for the first time because you can finally drink in club, and you realize that you might actually get like you get attention and you can do these things. I think it's so normal to do it, but it's just not for me personally. Guy I knew called any night out without hookup a failure. Cringe. Caught up with an old friend a few weeks ago. He told me with a straight face that he only goes out to hook up. And you know what? Good for you. I just won't want to go out with you. Like, it's like, I loved my guy mates so much, but we'd go out and they'd be trying so hard that I wouldn't see them very often. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, we can go out, we can pre together, but then once we're in the club, you go do your thing, because I'm not going to stand there and watch you throw yourself at women. Like, again, it's not inherently harmless. Like, I think it's really cringe, but it's not harmless to go out with the intentions of pulling. It's literally like, I went to my mate's house the other day after I was out drinking, and his housemates had just come back from the club, and one of the guys was like, this is how many people I've slept with. Like, no, he wasn't saying that at all. He was like, this is how many people followed me on Instagram today after my night out. And I was like, why are you flexing that? But Adam, that's on, like, saying hooking up with random strangers every time you go out is the quickest way to get an STD. Well, yes, but that's like the fastest way of getting hay fever is by going outside every day in a field. Like, you know that if you're sleeping with people every day or every time you go out, that you're putting yourself at some kind of risk there. That's down to you to stay protected. And that's the thing, like, if you want to go out to pull every single time and you're being a dick about it, karma's gonna bite you. It's gonna get you in the butt. I agree with this though. It's not my thing, but like, if it is people's thing, I don't mind. It's only upsetting when I went through a phase where I had a friend called Molly. We haven't spoken in ages. Went through a phase where we'd go out clubbing, but she'd find a Tinder guy, and would leave me on my own. And I basically would have to go, thank you for the hug. And I'd basically have to be like, oh, okay, don't worry, I'll find people, because at these clubs, I always knew someone. And she just disappeared. She'd leave me on my own. And I'd be like, you're literally bringing me as an excuse to go to the club before you pull over like a Tinder date. And I'd be like, that's cringe. If like it's my mates ditching me on a mate's night out to do that kind of stuff, then I don't like how you're fucking with that. You know? Okie dokie. Next. Oh, this one's going to bring some controversy, okay? Exactly, Elliot. If you want to go out and fuck, go out and fuck. As long as it's consensual, you're of age, go fuck. Just be safe. Wrap it up before you slap it up, okay? Come on. I already know what the reaction is going to be for this one. I genuinely dislike Taylor Swift and get the ick from anyone who actively likes her, not listening to the music, but liking her as a person. Oh no. Honey, you got a big storm coming. Here's the thing. I low-key hate opinions like this. You're so within your right to feel this way, though. And you guys can agree or disagree as much as you want. Okay. There's a lot. Let me break it down. You can dislike whoever the fuck you want, guys. I'm going to make it so obvious. If you don't like a football team, a musician, a TV show, a person, a streamer, you can dislike whoever the fuck you want. I don't think you should let it keep you up at night if other people then like that. I don't know. I always say this. If I don't like something, I simply just avoid it. Like, if I don't like a streamer or a musician, I just don't interact, and then it's out of my algorithm. I've never understood being upset at other people liking something. This is not, they say not listening to the music but liking her as a person. If you don't like Taylor Swift's music, so easy to avoid, unless you're in like an H&M or something. Just don't listen. As a person, I don't know. I have no issue with Taylor Swift. I'm not a super, super, super fan. I think some of her music isn't like my style, but I think she's a very, very talented, and she's clearly doing something right. I don't agree with what she does with all the vinyls and all of the like just sheer consumerism of her, but that's more the brand of Taylor Swift than anything else. I don't know enough about her as a person to have an opinion. She's just out there doing her thing and it's richer than I'll ever be. Pop her pussy queen, and I will be listening. I would have loved to have gone to the Eras tour. Don't have strong enough opinions on her. Some of her songs are good. Yeah, no, literally. I'm like, I listen to her music. I think she's great. I don't agree with having 13 shitty cardigans made, or 13 guitars, or however many there are, or having whatever, but like, you know, I think celebrity worship in general has gone too far. Yeah, I don't know why we're treating her like she's a god. She's extremely talented. But I fear this is beyond my realm of capabilities. Yeah, you know what? I go through my day thinking about Taylor Swift maybe once when it comes up on my playlist. More of a generalization stereotype of a Swiftie, which is why I get it. Yeah, I think but I also hate the thing where you say you like I always tell this story. When I had a job, there was a guy that I worked with that I really got along with, and we bonded over the fact that we both liked a certain type of music, and we became best mates. We'd drive everywhere together. We'd go on like whatever, like we'd go for drives, we'd go to the shops together. And then one day I walked in and he went, "Do you listen to K-pop?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "That's so cringe." And he started being a dick to me. Hi, Lana. He started being so fucking rude to me. And I just have such a hatred of people that genuinely treat you a certain way because of one music thing that you like. Because if I said, "Oh, I listen to Taylor Swift," and somebody turned around and went, I'm like, she's on my playlist. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. If you're actually genuinely offended by the type of music somebody listens to, unless it's hard style, I can't get behind that shit. One of my best friends is a hard style fan and I can't do it, man. That shit sounds like ass. It literally sounds like my computer breaking down. But like, you can have an opinion if you don't like someone. You can have an opinion if you do. You should have to be a dick about it. But I do think Taylor Swift fans have a very, very bad image. Like, I used to have people come into my chat being like, "Oh, what's your favorite Taylor Swift like era?" And I'd say, and they'd be like, "Name 5 songs from it then." I'm like, girl, I just listen occasionally. The reputation of K-pop fans has been ruined by a few bad people. Oh, true. So true. Taylor hangs out with awful people. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't care about her enough to care about that. Like, I don't have enough information on her as a person to give a fuck. Like, I don't know. Like, she's not doing anything fucking illegal or absolutely egregious. She's hanging out with some people that are Trump supporters, and that's shit. Like, that's just shit. She's hanging out with Zionists, and that's shit. But again, I don't hold her in a high, like, she's not, yeah. So I agree with this. I agree. You're allowed to genuinely dislike Taylor Swift. You're allowed to. Getting the ick from anyone who actively likes her. Yeah. I also think we should not idolize celebrities as much as we do. I say the same about streamers. You should not idolize anybody besides people in your immediate real life, okay? The private jet thing is bullshit as well. Love the 5 Taylor Swift songs I listen to. Don't love it, but Love is a great album. It is. It is. You should be able to dabble. Yes, exactly. Another Dream is a P1. There are so many about men in here. Have you seen people's music taste and sing was genuinely a horrible person? Melanie, yeah, that's me with like Chris Brown's music fucks. I used to love Chris Brown. But if you're going to a Chris Brown concert, I'm side-eyeing you so hard. I don't give a fuck if it's your own money. I don't give a fuck if he's your favorite artist. If you're directly giving money and putting money into the pocket of an abuser, what do you want me to say? But I want to be the person he picks out in the concert. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why are you doing that? Shut your mouth. Ugh. And his music's good. His music's actually really fucking good. Same as Kanye. Yeah, that one hurt. That one, even though you could see from a mile off that Kanye was a freak, still sad when it really, really happened. Yeah, no, Rihanna isn't the only victim, and it didn't stop since then. Literally, in recent history, he's gone to prison for assault. Like literally this year, he has gone to prison for assault. I don't understand. Like lots of times, like people use the excuse of, oh, it happened a while ago though. And it's like, no, with Chris Brown, it's actually actively happens. Kanye's just actually crazy. Hi, Zoom. Welcome in. But we have a lot of first-time chatters today. Can we get some people haze in the chat for the new first-time chatters? Welcome in. If you're enjoying, please do follow. And also, we're 8 away from sub goal. So if anybody has a prime, Rihanna forgave him. I fucking didn't. Do you know what? Even worse is like she chose to forgive him and then he went and did it again. God. These all go from such different sides of the spectrum. Okay, interesting. Let's see. I really enjoyed Mr. Beast's content in 2018 to 2020. But after he started Mr. Beast Burger and started becoming all corporate, I can't stand him. I think everyone's going to agree with this. Surely everybody agrees with this. I've never like super watched Mr. Beast. I think there's something very impressive to say in the beastification of YouTube. I think that it's crazy that a YouTube video can have such a high production and be so well known, and that a YouTuber can become so well known to the point where they have a TV show and multiple businesses and they are a billionaire. I think there's a lot to say about everything he does. I only said anthropomorphism. That's when something turns into an animal. That's when you give an animal human qualities. What's the word I'm thinking of? His philanthropy stuff. Like his philanthropy, like there's a lot to be said of how he uses, like how he's, but I do think it's reaching a point now where it's just so soulless and it feels like you're just making people suffer for money. I'm sure there's so many, like I saw a lot about recently, he put like somebody in a room on fire. The person was a stunt double. I'm sure there was ventilation and all that sort. Like he would not be legally allowed to run that if it wasn't safe as a room on fire could be. But I just think it's so soulless. I think it's just so soulless. And that's the one thing that I hate the most about the beatification of YouTube, is that there's no soul in it. It's just money. It's money and destruction. And it's throwing money, essentially. It's just setting money on fire. Which, like, for the sake of the... Mr. Beast is a furry. Which, for the sake of, like, the philanthropy he does and, like, the charity he does, that's his whole own discussion. But for me, as a content creator, the beatification of YouTube, I feel like, has single-handedly destroyed a lot of content, because people don't want to see real people anymore. People want to see people hurting themselves, spending loads of money, throwing themselves into a room on fire, doing all this stuff. Because what's going to happen? Yeah, it was literally on fire, but it would have been safely on fire. Like it would have been ventilated. He would legally not be able to have done that if there wasn't safety precautions in place, is what I'm saying. But what is going to happen is that he has all this money and he's running these. All that's going to happen with the beatification of YouTube is that people then try to run that, but without the money, and people are going to get hurt. And don't get me wrong, there have always been idiots who do crazy shit online. But if somebody watches a Mr. Beast video and goes, oh, I'm going to put myself into a burning room, but doesn't have the money to have the safety structures in place, that's going to get dangerous. But it means that people don't care about personality. People don't care about connection in content anymore. And I feel like it reached a point where it loops back around and it's all people care about because of the beastification of YouTube. Because all the big content creators are like, here's me doing something very big and expensive. Here's a Lamborghini on fire. And here's 6 people trapped in a burning room. You know? Mr. Beast style content coming at the same time as the rise of short form is just the worst timing. True. And I do think eventually it will burn out. Guys, my next stream is going to be me in a burning room. I'm going to set my house on fire for the stream. But like, it just killed off having personality. It just became it's almost nearly torture porn, honestly. But I think enjoying his content in 2018 to 2020 is good, because that was before his like big boom. So he had more personality, you know? But I definitely agree. I do think the Mr. Beastification both propelled and destroyed YouTube. I do you know what I think the next big wave will be? Instead, people enjoying the complete opposite. And we're going to go back to the Emma Chamberlain of it all, where it's just like really raw people like sat chatting shit. We're going back to podcast, baby. Set your PC on fire, you'll become famous. No, literally. I'm going to do the I showed speed methods. Yup. This one's just so interesting. I'll never understand how frat men are attractive to women. The way they act, the way they present themselves, the way they are with the boys is always so disgusting to me. Hey, listen. Can anybody actually attest? As in, like, can anybody actually explain why? Anybody here fancied a frat boy before? Crickets. Oh, my zip keeps undoing. Anybody fancied a frat boy? Well. Oh. Hi, Katie. MCC has never been entertaining to watch, and I've always skipped out on it. Ow. Ouch. Only entertaining when it's me. Thank you! Hey, listen. I get it. I really enjoy watching MCC because it's my friends. Here's the thing. I didn't grow up watching Minecraft. I'd never played Minecraft until recent history in the last 5 years. So if I didn't know anybody in it and I don't really gaff about Minecraft, if you said to me, hey, do you want to watch MCC? I'd be like, why do I want to watch strangers play games? You know? But nowadays, I love it because not only have I been in it and also my friend runs it, but also I have so many friends that are in it to the point where I normally know about 3/4 of the squad that are playing MCC. I love watching it. I like just seeing my friends have fun. I like seeing my friends succeed and do well. One of my favorite moments of this year was seeing Amy, Gucky, Panji, and Sandwich Lord win MCC because it was so fun seeing my friends like succeed. But yeah, I understand why people wouldn't care. Like I used to not. My arc of caring, I only used to care because I used to be with somebody who would play an MCC. So I only used to watch then. And then the more people that I used to watch, it's just fun watching like character dynamics. But yeah, I think it's also very, very long. It's a very long game. I understand you're not going to sit and watch it like you can Eurovision type beat. When Joel and Dante Team were in the same team, it was mint. Yeah, I get not wanting to watch it all the time, and I understand. Used to be really into MCC when I was younger. Haven't watched it in a very long time. Think it's still a cool thing. Yeah, I think I just love the fact that it's brought so many people together. Will I play again? If Scott lets me in, let me in, Scott. I told myself this year that I would practice every day of I said I was going to practice every single day Minecraft in case I ever get drafted into MCC again. I haven't played once. The last time I played Minecraft was MCC. And I told myself I was going to practice every day so I could try and become good. It's not happening, man. It's not happening. But let me in again. I want to get paid. I get it, though. I understand. It's the same as me saying, like, I've never found football entertaining. But then I went to a match and I found it really fun. So MC is a good example of something closer to old school content. I think people should create for their personality, not really for the Minecraft. No, literally. Okay. What is that Minecraft speedrunner? Guys, I've completed the game maybe twice. And both times I think it took me like 3 hours. It took me so long. Jesus Christ. Some of these are actually just really political. I want to talk about this. I'm really scared to type in Harry, Axel, or Prezzo's chat. I don't know any of this, like, thing. I don't know any of this, like, lore. I know that Toby's chat fucking hate Harry's chat. That's all I know. Because obviously, I don't really watch my friends' streams very often. I tune in sometimes. But it's like, I'm so curious. What's the what's the deal? Why are people scared? Why is it scary? Every time I watch Harry's chat scares you. What? Their chats have aura. Being new to Harry's chat's gonna be wait, why? Why? So maybe start talking in Harry's chat. Love watching and not typing anything. Because here's the thing, I understand why Toby and Harry's chats don't get along. Like, however much I know them both in person, I know they're both harmless. I know Harry's harmless. I very much understand why his audience don't like Harry. Because Harry is a completely different type of content creator to Toby. Toby is wholesome with a lot of like, sometimes some like raging. We're going to play a game. We're going to have fun. We're going to build some furniture. It's going to be very nice and wholesome. And Harry is, I want to watch the world burn. And it's very different boundaries. It's very different types of people. I understand why they clash. I get that. I very much think that Toby's chat are allowed to feel the way they do. You know, Harry wants to watch the world burn and destroy everything, and Toby not so much. And Harry's chat are definitely a lot more intense than the Tubbo chat. And I get that. I understand that one completely. Like, I feel like if I got a Harry raid, I'd be like, fuck, what do I say now? Because his audience are expecting the spectacle that is average Harry. I think for me, the personalities of Harry chatters are super different than mine. I don't super much energy with them. That's so fine. I get that. Because I said to Harry, I was like, the biggest like boost of no, Harry's chat runs young. I always say the biggest boost in audience I ever got was during Stream Battle, when people would come to me because they couldn't handle Johnny, Max and Harry's chat, which we always laugh about. But I've always just found it very interesting. I think that a lot of Harry's chat as well is children that want to be in on the joke and take it too far. Oh, this is so interesting. Obviously, I'm not saying about, they're all my mates. And I love them all. And I think they're all amazing content creators. I'm just so intrigued because I hear this opinion so much. And recently I've been hearing more and more about people saying that they're like scared of chats and stuff. And I've always just been so curious. Ali, my goat! Ali, that's why you're my goat. Max and Johnny's chat chill. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think sometimes your chat can grow beyond like what you realize it is. And I think Harry still has a lot of like, I feel like with every audience, you'll have a 50-50 of it. Like Harry has 50% of a Tommy audience, but then 50% of that Tommy audience is still 50% of the Dream SMP Tommy audience. You know, like, and then there's people who are parasocial. There's like, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm so curious. Scared of not being funny? Me as fuck. The only time I don't chat is if a multi-thousand viewer streamer and the chat goes fast. Yeah, so true. I get that. The only chat can chat in freely. Well, I'm very glad, Katie. I hope that is the case. Chill until you realize you don't know why everyone's suddenly saying yo. I also think everyone's blowing up so much. There might be a sense of like new gen. I don't know. It's made me comfortable. Then I saw Harry's and I was like, I can only handle 3 messages. That's a hello to Lotus, hello to Chloe and a look. Certain chats I vibe more with, wouldn't say they scare me. Okay, usually a lurker. Do like chatting in Harry's time to time. Yeah, I think, I'm just intrigued. I don't necessarily have an opinion on it myself because I don't know, but that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Guys, I'm hungry. I had some chips, but it was ages ago. So no point in chatting if there's like over a couple hundred people because like no one's going to see my message. That's not the case. Some people can have lots of viewers and have a slow chat, and people can have less viewers and a fast chat. Oh, some of these are like really deep. I kind of want to jump around and stuff and like. Okay. Lots of these I think are just people responding to like ones we've already done. It's just people going, I love Taylor Swift. I love watermelon. Okay. People don't use the block button enough. Just block people / content that harms you or makes you uncomfortable. You're the one who creates your experience online. Truth nuke. As long as like I wrote this. I don't block anyone. Because A, I've never met someone who I'd want to block, and B, the last thing I'd want is for somebody to be like, Lexie blocked me on Twitter and it was probably for this reason. And it's something that I've never even seen before. Because I'm in a situation where if I saw someone saying a really heinous hate comment about me and I blocked them, I already know that their next thing would be, I did nothing wrong. I didn't say anything. I was just having an opinion. Yeah, and I didn't like it, so I can block you. Okay. But as an OG blocker, it makes your mental space cleaner and healthier. Exactly. Because why would you want even anything affiliated with anything going on? I'm a professional ignorer. I ignore everything. I just like move on. Like, and I'm very, very good at it. Believe me, I'm very good at it. But in like real life, you're seeing something you don't like, block it. Mute Elon Musk, block Elon Musk. Who gaffed about Elon Musk? No shame in deleting social media. There is no shame in, like, I understand people get FOMO with Twitter, but if Twitter is only causing you actual pain, just delete the app. There's so many other apps that are out there that aren't so toxic and horrible. Bro, let's bring back blockchains. Blocking usually gets the content off your timeline though, instead of ignoring. Exactly. Yeah. Love going through my block list and figuring out why I block people. I love that. I thought I had nobody blocked. I went to my Instagram. I had maybe 50 people blocked. I don't know why any of them are blocked. I said the word, oh my God, there's been no music on this entire time. I'm so sorry. I apologize profusely for having no music on. I wish I could unblock my mum from telling me about the tweets of people. I wish I could block my... Wait, what? Block your mum? I think my Roblox blocked list. Oh my God. That's fishy. But you know what? Use the block list like that. People think that to block someone, they have to have really have wronged you. No. Do you know what I used to do? I used to want to go through my indirects, but there was another LexieMarie on Twitter, so I have them blocked. Most of the people I blocked on Twitter were other LexieMaries because I was spamming up my timeline when I was trying to look at my indirects. And yeah, have you done anything wrong? No, but I don't want to see your shit. So you're blocked. I want to see shit about me. I want attention. I want attention. Blocking words as well. Yes. So their experience is not that bad, and the facts news is so depressing. Oh my God, the world is so depressing, guys. And I love you all, and I hope you're all staying positive. Yeah, I used to feel too bad to block people unless they were a real weirdo, or if they're really assaulting me, like verbally assaulting me. First proper content creator, stalking the indirects and seeing all the harsh stuff would just end me off, I think. Yeah, I don't really check anymore. You know, the one thing that's a blessing is the fact that after Fireball Friday, I used to go through the Fireball Friday, like I used to type those words in and use the hashtag, see what people were saying. But I realized since poor decisions, I can't do that. Poor decisions, if you type that into Twitter, it just comes up with loads of French tweets. Hi PG, which I think is honestly a good thing. Despite me wanting to know people's opinions and things that they're enjoying and things that they're not, I think if you search too much, you'll look too hard. And that's why I feel very lucky that I have the most average white name ever, because it's very hard for me to find indirects about myself. You know, so I just don't look at myself. French poor decision stream when? Me this weekend. Love blocking people who are super rude. There's nobody gonna be rude on my phone. You know what I mean? And when you see it like that, like I always had the opinion of on the internet, people can have their own opinion, whatever. Actually, no, it's my time. This is my online time and you're ruining it. Piss off. But yeah, I'm very good at just muting people or ignoring people. But I agree, use that block button more. There's no consequence. Oh my days. This isn't even unpopular. Don't make edits of a couple who have broken up. It's so weird. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Me not even being in a breakup. It's so peculiar. It's so peculiar. This is just an opinion. That's not unpopular at all. It's so peculiar. So strange. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. I don't trust people who only go for one type. I get having preferences, but not liking a person because of something that does not change a thing about the relationship is weird. Okay. Hi, Anna. How are you? Also, what do you guys want for sub goal? Let me know what sub goal you guys want. Just hopped on the stream like 20 minutes ago. Already entertained. I'm so glad. Yeah, if I broke up with somebody and saw edits of myself with them, I think I'd probably jump off a bridge. Do you know how difficult breakups are already? Let alone going onto TikTok and being tagged in 20 things of you being happy with your ex. I don't get types. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a type. To be fair, if you're hot, then you're hot. That's me as hell. I used to. The only time I said I had a type was when I was a teenager, and that's because I fancied Luke Hemmings so much. I used to say my type was blonde hair, blue eyes, which okay, problematic queen. Okay, problematic queen. But I realized as I started living life and getting into relationships and stuff that I very much do not have a type. I don't. There's no... I can't comprehend the concept. What I do understand, though, is having a certain thing that you like. Like, I love people with nice smiles and like nice hair. There's a certain type of hair that I prefer, you know? But then again, when I look into my ginger blue, but like, I understand if somebody's like, oh, I really do love blue eyes. Like, I think blue eyes are really pretty, or I like blonde hair, but I wouldn't not date someone because of that, you know? The increased specific types are so, yeah, also it's very toxic because it's giving, I don't really care who you are, but I want you to look this way. I find that very, like, I say this, I was dating this guy like last year, and I literally told the story last stream, and I said that I was very tall, and he was like, oh, don't worry, my ex was very tall as well. And I jokingly said, oh, you have a type. And he went, oh, that I like tall, blonde, skinny girls? Yeah. And I was like, first of all, thank you. First of all, well, yes! But second of all, that's really icky. That's really icky and very, very cringe. Because that means that I could be saying anything and you're just looking at me. It's giving trophy wife. It's giving trophy wife. Like, I don't like it. But I think it's normal to have things that you like. Or you go, oh, I like that. But having like a type that you live and die by, I couldn't imagine being in a club and being like, but I'm not going to go near them because they don't have blonde hair. You know? So ridiculous. Also, given my track record, it's clear I'm willing to go for anybody at this point. So, well, not this point. I've got a very lovely boyfriend, but like, I don't think I'd ever date someone who did drugs / smoked. That, I don't think that's a type. I think they mean particularly like physical types, because smoking can change a relationship. I think the point of this is like, your hair color doesn't change a relationship, your eye color doesn't change a relationship, whereas smoking can change a relationship. You can be with somebody who hates that you smoke and you keep smoking and it makes them nauseous or whatever. Said I'd never date a bald man, and yet my only ex is bald. It'd be happening like that. My lonely ass cannot afford to be picky. And you know what, you should be picky. You deserve the best, okay? But you deserve the best, like, in personality. Imagine, and people always say this to me about height. People always used to say to me, oh, Lexie, you're so tall. What would you do if somebody's short? Like, they were perfect, but they were shorter than you. Date them? What do you think I'm going to say? I'm going to go, oh, you're perfect, and you're this, and you're that, and you're everything I want, but you're 5'9", I can't do it. You're 5'7", I can't do it. Come on. Shut up. Yeah, I think preferences are different to types. And I don't like the concept of having a type, but if you do, hey, everybody has like certain types of people that they go for, but hey, I don't know. I think that having a type stems from having an ex that you never get over. I'm going to say it. I'll say I want long hair brunette boys. My ex is bald. Having a type is whack if it denies you the person. You're like, period! Tell him again. People who smoke are not only killing themselves, but also people around them. Hey, listen. Okay, this one's interesting because it's just more of a... This is from my dating experience, so maybe I'm just having bad dating situations, but I feel like the person who I'm talking to should put in the same effort and the same energy. Feel like I haven't had that in the past. You're dating the wrong people then. You're dating the wrong people, because a good first date is when you're matching energy. You know, I think that's just respect. I think you're going on dates with the wrong people. Well, yes! I think that's, you know, I think my dear, whoever sent this in, you need to go on dates with better people. Oh, if you can't ever hang out without your boyfriend, we can't be friends. Do the controversial ones? There are no controversial ones. I can't lie. So many of these are like, I hate Dream SMP. Average Harry's chat's annoying. It's just loads like that, to be honest. Why would a man be there? That's been my new favorite thing to say a lot. I love, why would a man be there? Because it's so true. Why would a man be there? You know? I agree with this. I had, maybe not to this degree, but I find it a little bit like, ugh. Like my best friend, God bless her, she was in a 3-year relationship, loved her boyfriend. He was so sweet. They'd always be together though. And there's nothing like having a best friend that you're joined at the hip with, who then gets a boyfriend and is always with them. Nothing wrong with it. There's a honeymoon phase. But as somebody who has a boyfriend, I spend a lot of time with my boyfriend. But it reaches a point where I go, okay, I'm going home because I'm going to go out with my friends. And when he says he's going out with his friends, I'll go, okay. He doesn't say to me, I'm going out with my friends, and I go, oh, can I come? It's like okay, I'm going to go home then. And don't get me wrong, there are times when he's like, oh, you've been invited if you want to come along. And sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Love my boyfriend's friends. They're all amazing. But sometimes there are also times where I know if he said to me, oh, can I come out with you guys? I'd kind of be like, oh, honey, this night isn't for you. I'm going out with the lesbians. I'm out with my girlies tonight. We're going revenge until 6 a.m. How about it? But yeah, I think it's definitely a balance thing. There are definitely situations where you can have a friend who has a boyfriend and it works well, the three of you. That was me and my best friend and her ex-boyfriend, Jeff. We used to all hang out, the three of us, all the time. And I loved it. But also, I think if you have friends who are just, it's impossible. I also find it a little bit scary. You need a life outside of your partner. Oh my God, literally what I just said. Having a life outside of your partner, because a partnership is about a life intertwined, not a life consumed. Exactly. And I've seen so many of my friends fall into the pitfall of making their lives around another person. And then when they break up, their life is ruined and they have nothing because they shared it all. Like, you need to have your own thing. My childhood best friend and I stopped becoming friends because she completely stopped hanging out with me after she got her boyfriend. That's so cringe. But there are definitely examples where it works out, but also you need to have balance. Like, why do men be there? I agree. I cannot help but agree. I don't mind if the government or companies are spying on me, TBH. I don't have anything to hide and I don't care if I'm being tracked. Why is this me as fuck? Why is this low-key me as fuck? Like, I probably should care more, but I really don't. Like, when they were like, oh no, the microchips and all that. What? I don't know. What are you going to see? Me going to Revenge and back? You're going to be tracking me. You're going to be going, oh my God, she tried to go to Prism. That's so embarrassing. That's what you're going to be seeing. You're going to be going, she's going to Bootlegger this week again? That's what the little guys checking my chip are going to be seeing. Like, part of me, I don't like the concept of feeling like I'm being watched all the time, like Big Brother. But also, I've got nothing to hide. We can read Yowie together. I'm joking. I just knew Elliot would like that. Elliot literally said the same thing. You know what I mean? You're going to see me checking my YouTube content hub for like the 10th time in a day. You're going to see just dog TikToks. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I haven't done the Online Safety Act. I haven't given my information. I don't like the concept of my info being sold. Like, because that's what they're saying is happening with like the Online Safety Act, right? They're taking your identification stuff to a different company and it can possibly be sold XYZ. But at the end of the day, feel like it makes us all frameable for a crime we never did at all just because AI can recreate your mannerisms. But Lizard, I think the percentage of that happening is not zero, but is low. You know what I mean? And I understand why you wouldn't want to, because that's am I Irish? I don't sound Irish at all, baby girl. I'm British. You could be scared of anything. Saying like, oh my God, AI could like replicate our mannerisms and frame us for a crime is the same as me going, I could go outside and get hit by a car. You know, like it's the same fear. Anything can be dangerous and anything can kill you. I was having this conversation with my dad where I think AI is going to reach a point where I think there are so many things. Again, I'm not very pro AI, generative AI, that is. Evil Irish Lexie. It's because I've been to Molly Malone's 3 times in a week. That's what it is. I ain't a girl. Don't worry. Baby girl is used. I call everybody that, darling. It's not that deep. Don't worry. The noise. What noise? Have you done me anything? Wait, what? What's happening? I mean, baby boy, if you want. Baby them. Yeah, I'm very like my little evil. Oh, I heard evil laugh. Maybe them. I'm not very pro generative AI, but I do think with AI it will reach a point where it's like, I was talking to my dad about it, where when they brought out the television, people thought it'd make people lazy, and instead it just became a part of our society. It isn't as overwhelming as it used to be. I do think AI will find its place. AI will definitely find its place, and its place is not out of, it's out of this house, I'll tell you that for a fact. But I don't really care. Personally, I should care more, but I think I have too many other things to panic about than a man in MI5 having my information, you know? Asking several times, no responding. Well, my darling, I am still trying to run a stream. I'm not going to be able to read every single message. I try my best. We're also discussing and talking about things, okay? I'm very sorry. But also, if you're spamming saying, how many have you got left? I'm not going to reply to it if you're spamming it, okay? Needs to be restrictions. I'm so tired of seeing AI everywhere. It moves too fast for the law to be able to keep up, sadly. But I don't agree. I don't agree. They went on, they're trying to see how far they can go with AI and still have public support. It's so sad because I don't think anything's going to happen until it goes too far. AI is moving too fast and that's scary. I don't use it, man. Oh, okay. Love Island, Strictly Come Dancing, Google Box, and shows like that aren't good. The whole thing about them being famous for being dumb on screen isn't good rhetoric for people with actual talent. Strictly Come Dancing is completely different to Love Island in that regard then. I think the only one you can say that for is Love Island. Gogglebox, for those of you who don't know, is a TV show over here where it's just normal people watching TV. So it's basically like reaction. I love Gogglebox. You're watching normal people watch TV and react to it. Strictly Come Dancing is established celebrities with more and more reality stars nowadays, I'm sure. But you normally have athletes that have like gotten Olympic medals, DJ hosts. It's definitely people who are very much actually famous on Strictly Come Dancing. And even if they weren't, even if it was, you do have a Love Islander. You had Danny Dyer on it this year, who isn't in it anymore. She's still learning how to dance competitively. That's still talent. Love Island, I understand. I don't mind watching Love Island because I love watching brain rot content. And you are just watching people who are progressively getting dumber and dumber doing stupid shit. But and I don't mind watching that at the end of the day to alleviate my symptoms of stress throughout the day. Professionals on Strictly are very much talented. Oh my God, I love Strictly Come Dancing. But yeah, I agree with the concept of people going on Love Island than just becoming famous from being on Love Island. But it depends what you do with it. So there are two people. So on Strictly Come Dancing, which for those of you, this is like So You Think You Can Dance. No, what's it called in America? Dancing with the Stars. It's like a dancing show. They had this girl called Danny Dyer, who is the daughter of a famous actor called Danny Dyer, but she went on Love Island. Do I do Minecraft streams? I haven't done a Minecraft stream in a minute, I can't lie. But she very much is famous for being Danny Dyer's daughter and also being on Love Island. And if you're if you become famous from Love Island and then you decide to do something with that, love. Like, who's the name of the girl? Is her name Amber? What's her name? The Danny Dyer replacement on Strictly. There's another girl who replaced her on Strictly who was also on Love Island, but she's become a West End star and she's extremely talented. She's in the West End. She's Legally Blonde in West End. She did The Great Gatsby in West End and now she's on Strictly. And it's like, if you go on Love Island and then you use that fame to do something, pop your pussy. If you go on Love Island and you're skating by from being a Love Islander, I don't know what to say to you. You're being lazy, honestly. People would kill for that kind of like exposure. I used to love David, but after the incident, I hate him, but I can't stop listening to his songs. Can't remove it from my playlist. I don't know if you mean you physically can't remove it from your playlist. Make a new one. Make a new one. Make a new playlist. If you mean you emotionally can't get rid of them, yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Because this isn't a guy that turned out... This is a literal murderer and probably a pedophile. Most likely a pedophile. There are lots of times where people get cancelled and I go, okay, you can probably listen to it. All of his songs are about an 11-year-old. Like, I used to love his music. I loved What You Waiting For. I thought that song fucked. I used to listen to it all the time. I think if you want to keep listening, then you have to deal with the fact that you are listening to a pedophile and murderer, you know? And if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to take that chance, if you're willing to do that, go crazy. But for me, I can't do it. Same way I can't listen to Chris Brown. That's just me. But if you want to listen to cancelled artist or but there's a difference between an artist being cancelled and an artist being a pedophile murderer. Why are you in denial? What, this person? True. Because saying you can't stop listening to his songs, yes, you can. It's a song. You can stop listening to a song. There are so many other good artists that are similar, I promise you. I understand that there are people who don't agree with separating the art from the artist. And if that's the hill you want to die on, then die on it. You know what I mean? Like, if there's somebody, if you want to listen to Chris Brown, if you want to listen to David, yeah, okay. Free world, you can do what you want. But you have to be ready for people to turn around and go, I think that's weird. You have to be ready for that. Hi, Chef. How are you? You have to be ready for people to turn around and say that. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? You're well within your right to not want to separate art from the artist. You can do that. That's fine. But you have to be ready for me to turn around and go, I think that's really fucking weird. Because again, it's not like David was just like said something problematic or is a Trump supporter or something. Pedophile murderer, allegedly. Alleged pedophile murderer. So I don't know. That's just different. That's just different to me. You know, especially because the music, no, literally, Darcy, all of his songs are romance songs about the alleged 12-year-old he fancied and murdered. Oh my God. Oh God. To the person spamming that Bounties are a good chocolate bar, I do agree they are a good chocolate bar, but I don't think it's worthy of discussion right now. I can't lie. Oh, now I've got that freaking David song in my head. Guys, if I end up humming a David song, I'm extremely sorry. It's now subliminally in my brain. Bounties are fire. Let's just do a fun little lighthearted one. Too many people don't give Addison Rae's music a chance because of TikTok. Hated her in 2020, but she might be my #1 on Spotify this year. I think the Addison Rae turnaround is insane. Kick, thank you so much for the first time tier 1 sub. I appreciate it so much. She wasn't racist. I think the thing that people always say about Addison Rae is that she got a photo with Trump and they assumed she was a Trumpy. But she said, what she actually said was she was at a fight and Trump was there and she was kind of like, he's the president. Like, how many times can you say you got a photo with the president? Which I kind of like don't necessarily agree with because it's Donald Trump, but I understand the logic of, oh, this is someone who's very, very famous, runs the fucking country. Her boyfriend's a Zionist? Really? Is she still even with that guy? Zionist? I think people throw around the word Zionist way too lightly as well, though. I don't know, though. I don't even know. At least I hope they're throwing it around too lightly. Otherwise, there are too many people that are weirdos. As for the actual point of the TikTok thing, her music fucks. And the thing is that Addison Rae has gone from being really shit to working really hard and has been really talented. And that kind of got, like, shut up because she was a TikToker. But her vocals are really good. She's an amazing dancer. Her music's really good. She's really good. You know? I don't know anything else about her political views or anything. I have nothing to say about that. I'm sorry. But I do think that there's a habit of, because she's a TikToker, I think Alex Warren's going through the same thing, but I don't really listen to Alex Warren. His music seems very culty to me. I can't lie. Oh my God. I really, like, if you like Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan, you'll love Addison Rae's music. It's very good. But yeah, I think that's definitely a thing. Like, I think if you get big on a certain platform, people will struggle to take you seriously in the mainstream. That's just a given, especially TikTok. Wait, what? I like your chair, but I think your old one looks better. I can't really tell the difference between them anymore. Honestly, I didn't really care about which chair I have. I love them both. The black one, though, was my chair for ages. I think the pink one definitely makes the vibe of the room a bit cutesier. I really want to try and upgrade my shit and make my setup look better, but I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy. I like both. They both have a lot of space in my heart, okay? Okay. Is it weird being a man watching your stream? Of course not. Why would it be weird, you sausage? Phone, my chair's actually falling off. I need a new one. Hey, you can have my old one. People are too obsessed with drinking and drugs. Can we just hang out and chill sober? So many of my friends just drink or do drugs. I used to, but I'm 5 months sober now. Very proud of you. I don't want to hang out with people who drink or do drugs all the time. Oh, I'm sorry that you're around people that do that all the time. Like, I know that the bit is that Harry and I go out and we drink a lot and I do go out very often. That's because at the moment, actually, it's been every friend of mine's fucking birthday. I agree with this though. I think if you have friends who have to, oh wait, I love the new Poor Decisions 0% app. Poor Decisions, your dancing is top tier. Oh, thank you so much, Chef. That's so kind. Thank you. Oh my god, that made my day. W being 5 months sober. Yeah, big fucking love for that. I'm extremely proud of you. If you can't, like, there was a girl that was a year below me at school, and she was so addicted to coke that she couldn't hang out with anybody without doing coke. She couldn't go to like the pub around the corner for not even a drink, just to hang out, without getting a bag in. That's terrifying to me. That's crazy. However much I know the bit is that me and Harry drink all the time, I hang out with people far more without drinking than I do drinking. I have friends that I go out with, and I have friends that I'll go out for a drink with, but if my friends are like, I don't want to drink tonight, I'll be like, yeah, cool, me too, you know? Like, I don't feel like there's less events to do when you're over 18 that don't involve it, or it's a preferred option for most, depending on where you live. I mean, no matter what age you are, you can have your mates over to watch a movie. I'm going to be 50 going, hey gang, you coming over to watch a movie? It's MCC night, we're running it. Like, it's so easy to just not drink, obviously outside of people who have addictions and stuff. I'm talking very generally. I think you definitely in this situation probably need to find other friends who don't drink to match you on that energy, because clearly there's an addiction. People who can't have fun without alcohol is borderline alcoholics. Oh no, literally be begging my friends to watch MCC with me one night. So bad. It's so much fun. I love an MCC watch party. This is completely fine. I think drinking and drugs more so has become more mainstream because you had the whole brat era and stuff. So people who are drinking and doing drugs anyway are just doing it a lot more brazenly. So it feels like everyone's more obsessed, whereas before everyone was just doing it secretly. Like, I know this time 4 years ago, when I was in London and everyone would do drugs, they would all keep it to themselves. Whereas now they were probably like, I'm a part of the brat movement. I do coke every night. Like, I don't do drugs. I don't like drugs. And I drink as often as a 24-year-old drinks. I go out and I have fun, but I don't have to drink to have fun. I have been seeing my friends for the past like week not drinking. I say that. I was really hungover the other day on stream. Yeah, getting traumatized and drink at a house party when you're 15, bad drinking for years is the way to live life. Me with Malibu. But I think there's also like measurements where it's like, if you don't like being around people that drink, then you shouldn't be friends with people that drink. Like, if I was friends with somebody and they were like, it makes me really uncomfortable when you drink alcohol, I'd be like, first of all, we can hang out without that, that's fine. But also, I have a drinking show, you know that I drink. I like going out, I like going clubbing, I like going out with my friends, I have a drinking show, I like drinking. It's not my life, I'm not an alcoholic, but I'd be doing that. Friends low-key do need to drink to have fun, that's the issue. That's so sad though. People have gotten too comfortable saying they do coke nowadays, I fear. It's still a drug that's harmful. Yeah, I agree. I feel like even if there were a world where I did that shit, I would never be like openly saying it. I just don't. I'm not a drug girl. I hate it. It makes my skin itch now that the thought of it. I don't like it. Why drink at all though if you can have fun without drinking? Because it tastes good and you can. Why, like, you know, why do anything? I have like, okay, I have fun on a night out. I can drink and I have fun and I love getting drunk and I love getting drunk and dancing and going club with my friends. I also love board games night where I'm drinking water. I have fun doing anything because I will find myself to have fun. Like, I'll have fun because I'll be with people that I love doing things that I enjoy. I'll have fun anywhere doing anything. I don't have to drink to have fun. Don't really drink much. Don't like the idea of not being in total control of my body. Yeah, that's me. I rarely get very, very drunk to that point. I don't like it. When I was 15, everyone around me smoked, got high, was not it. No, but when you're 15, people are doing it because they think it's really cool. Yeah, that's like, why eat chocolate if it's not healthy for you? Because I want to. Why drink? Because I want to. I hate the taste of alcohol. Well, you haven't found the right alcohol. That's why Max G's doesn't drink. But in the end, he just found a cocktail that he liked. Stop drinking to around once or twice a month. Feel a lot better compared to when I was doing it most of the week. I'm very proud of you. I love that. But yeah, no, I definitely think there are people out there that think that drinking and drugs is a whole personality and they want a 365 party girl and go heavy, which is fine. But if that's not your thing, definitely find yourself some friends who aren't on that vibe, okay? It's each to their own. Amara, must be nice. Must be nice to be able to drink Fireball. Okay. Never understood OnlyFans or spending money on sex work. No disrespect to those doing it. You're money queen, but not something I've wanted to spend on. Yeah, I get that. I have a lot of friends who do sex work, and I love that for them. If you want to do it, if that's what you want to do, and that's how you want your body to be, as long as you've thought about all the consequences, and that's what you want to do, slay. Pop your pussy. Do your thing. But yeah, I've personally never spent money on something like that. But I love the fact that there are people that do, because it means my friends get their back, you know? There's a market there for a reason. Exactly. And you know what? Till the end of time, it pisses me off when people get so anti-sex work, which isn't what this is doing, of course. Because it's like, guys, before OnlyFans, you had brothels and sex houses. Before that, you had literally prostitution ranking all the way back to like the Victorian era. Sex work has been probably one of the longest jobs of our time. It's been there before and it'll be there after. You being mad about OnlyFans is not going to change anything. Not you as in the person that sent this in. The general you. So I'm just like, as long as you is what you want to do with your body, you're doing it because you want to do your thing. You know what? You go on. Like, I think that's, I just never understand, and I can never comprehend people being so mad at what other people do with their bodies. It's like, imagine if I was sat here going, OnlyFans makes me so angry. I don't have OnlyFans. I don't use OnlyFans. But me saying that it makes me angry, why? I don't interact with it at all in my life. Do your thing. Yeah, the Bonnie Blue things, that's weird and perverted and very, very strange. But that's because that's not on OnlyFans. She's broken out into mainstream media and started forcing it down everyone's throats. Literally. Peculiar. Okay, people are way too obsessed on looks. People can talk about how someone is a horrible person and everyone is just saying that they're ugly. Can we talk about the actual issue here? Just in general, not everything's about being pretty or being ugly. I think that people like to throw it in as an extra diss. I know I say it. Sometimes, like, when I was watching the Nico video yesterday, we were watching it together, I just go, you're clapped. Because sometimes it's harmless. If you're like, your personality's clapped, you look clapped, that feels like a pretty like harmless thing for me to say. You know what I mean? If it's a situation where somebody's being cancelled and everyone's focusing on them being ugly, that's stupid. Call them ugly and the issue, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I will never on a day-to-day base call someone ugly. I tend to not comment on people's looks. I've only just joined the making jokes about Harry train, and I still get uncomfortable with it sometimes and still have to try and be like, no, this is the bit. I know Harry doesn't mind. But if you're grim, racist or whatever, I'm going to call you clapped as well. I'm just going to throw it on there. It's like the cherry on top. You're racist, you're weird, and you're clapped. Pick a struggle. Love that. You know? I don't necessarily think that's people, unless people are ignoring actual issues to talk about their looks, that's stupid. People are fatphobic because the person's bad, bro. Other people will see that. True. That is true. Oh, but yeah. Talia! Oh my god. Hi! Welcome to the stream, everybody. Guys, we're debating. Get your debates in. Get your debates in. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid, Talia. We love Talia Ma over here. That's my absolute queen. How are we all doing? Welcome in. I'm Lexie, for those of you who don't know. And today we are going through some unpopular opinions on stream and we are discussing them all. So don't be scared. Come and join. If you feel like dropping a little opinion in, we'll say that. But yeah, I am very guilty for calling people clapped as well if they're stupid. If somebody's like racist or something, I'm going to call you clapped as well. I'm sorry. That's just how it is, unfortunately. I will find something. Made a TikTok last night about how much of my poor decisions in your dynamic. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Hey, people calling ugly unless their personality is ugly. Oh, me as hell. But that's why I've reserved it for if you're being a racist little shit, I'm going to call you claps. Sorry. That's just it. That is just going to happen. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Hung says I agree. Oh, okay. I don't get icks. I understand red flags, but for example, if a man drives with both hands on the steering wheel and you call that an ick, that's an ick in itself. Oh. The ick era was really interesting. Because I remember for ages, every question was always like, what's your biggest ick, this, that, and the other. And I, just exclamation mark, Discord check-in, come get involved. He gave me the ick. That song gave me the ick, I can't lie. I personally have never had an ick. I just don't get, I've said ick too many times now. God, I personally have never had an ick, but I know that I have people that have very particular ones. I know Talia and Freya had one where if they saw someone walk down the street with their umbrella inside out, it'd give them the ick. I get it. I do get it. It's just a pet peeve. I think sometimes people have really, really, really particular ones where it's like, I understand the umbrella blowing inside out because it's the same as seeing somebody run for a train then miss it. I understand that. It's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit like, oh, that made me cringe a little bit. But when it's really peculiar ones, like the example that they've used, it's like, oh, when men wear blue shoes, that gives me the ick. It's like, no, that's just, what? The ick era made me realize how much of a lesbian I am because a woman could do anything and think, I'd think. If people say they don't have any icks, and that, if people say they don't have any icks, then that is an ick. Wait, what? How's that an ick? I've said ick too many times. I think a lot of icks just be endearing if you actually like that person. No, literally. I just think, I don't know. I'm just a very easygoing person where, oh my God, I'm saying the word ick too many times, so I'm trying to avoid saying it. An ick is different to like a red flag. Like people go, my biggest ick is when people are rude to service staff. No, that's just someone being a dick. Like, I don't like that either. But for me, an ick is something really niche and like peculiar. Like being on their phone all the time, I don't think that's an ick. I just think that's someone being rude. An ick is something that really shouldn't put you off, but it does. And I'm just not for that. I'm just very like, do your thing. You want to run for your train and miss it? I'll have a little giggle and I'll be like, oh my God, bless him. But I'm not going to feel any kind of way about you. You know? Like, I don't know. But I do think that sometimes people are a little pedantic with it. It's just not for me personally. Sorry, the only thing that's me the ick is that facial expression thing. Like, oh my God. Hi, Sophie. So someone saying men talking to Alexa is an ick. You'd hate Jack Manifold, bro. Biggest one is when people go to a concert to film half of it on their phone. See, that's, again, I wouldn't call that an ick. That's just like, I'm like, why are you doing that? You paid to be there. Maybe I'm just very picky about what I class as an ick. I don't know. Pet peeves are fine, but people using the word ick for both. Yeah, exactly. No, Zira, I agree. Like, you've made ick just literally anything that you don't like ever. It's like ick when you walk in the rain. Shut up. But again, I'm very much a kind of person where I'm like, you do your thing. I'm chill. Because ick is a man existing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree with this. Like, I think sometimes people have really crazy... Sometimes you can't help an ick. Sometimes you can't help it. I've said ick too many times. We're moving on. We've said ick too many times. Wait, what? Stream sniping IRL is funny, and I think it's cool, to be honest. Obviously not weird stuff like swatting or doing gross stuff, but showing up, grabbing a photo, then leaving is fun and wholesome. Okay. Okay. I think it entirely depends. Like, oh, sorry, I've got something in my eye. I think it entirely depends on how you act as a person as well, though. Like, oh my God, there's something in my eye. I think if you see, like, for example, if, so Harry and I are doing a stream at the beach tomorrow, and we've done loads of beach barbecues. I think if people decided to come along and they went, hey, I just want to get a photo real quick, and then you leave again, cool. If somebody's streaming and you're coming over to them to sit and watch, Jack Manifold's better mate was the perfect example. He came over, he dropped a generational bomb and then left. Like, but if, for example, we did a barbecue stream and somebody came over, stream sniped, and then came and sat right next to us or wouldn't go away, it's like, we are live. Is live streaming a real job? No, we're all unemployed as fuck, but we are still trying to do our thing here. And if you're going to stand there and start trying to get involved in the stream, that's a little bit like, yeah, we're going to be doing the watermelon stream tomorrow on the beach. Yeah, I think if you're turning up because you're like, this might be the only chance, if you see us, if it's like walking through the streets and you're like, oh, I'm near, like I can cross them in the street, get a photo, leave again, keep going, that's fine. You know, there are so many situations where we've been live and doing that. Like, we've literally had streams where like during Tubathon, we bump into people in the street all the time. During Harry's Subathon, we bump into people in the street all the time. That's lovely. Keep it respectful. Say, hey, love yourself. Oh my God, are you doing the Subathon? Hi chat, photo, go. Yay. You know, I think sometimes people cross the line. I think, and I get it, I think people sometimes stress themselves out because they think, oh my God, I'm going to be on my favorite streamer's stream. I need to do a bit, I need to be funny. Like, don't worry, you don't have to be funny and have a bit loaded. You can just come and say hi and that's absolutely fine. Wait, what's going on? So okay, if you're respectful to the streamer, it can be very easily a line that we can cross. Oh, 1,000%. No, it's not for poor decisions, it's for me. There won't be a poor decisions like, oh, there might be actually. We might actually very much have time. Basically, we're going to a concert tomorrow, but the concert starts at like midnight, so we probably could do a live stream as well. As long as we're not actively following around, just polite, I think it's chill. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse than like, anything worse. I could think of a lot of things worse actually. But like, there's something very awkward about somebody you know when someone stream sniped you as well. And if somebody, yeah, I'm just imagining if we did a barbecue stream and then people just came and just started sitting with us, I'd be like, love you guys so much and I really appreciate it, but we're trying to do a stream here. Do you like streaming more than anything else? Or do you want to do something but just can't do it? I enjoy streaming. I love streaming. It's just like, I don't know. I really love streaming. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it for this long. I think it's definitely the hardest one. I think streaming is definitely the hardest thing because it's so inconsistent and like you can be so in the dumps with it and it really can suck sometimes, more so than YouTube or anything else. But I do it for a reason. I'd cry if I see a streamer live IRL and they'd be going the same way I'd need to go. But don't I think I'm following them? No, you're good. Just walk slower. Just walk slow or walk fast. That's what I do. If I bump into people, I don't want it to look like that. I'm like speed running ahead. So sorry, Mr. Discord command. Literally just exclamation mark Discord. It's she's simple. We kept her easy and fine around here. But yeah, I do think that like if you want to meet someone, you feel like it's the only chance. I don't know how I feel about it. It is what it is. If you come over and you're nice and you're respectful, then it's so fine. It's so cool. We're so chill. Like, just don't stream snipe and be weird or stream snipe to come over to do a bit. Like, if you're doing a bit that you're invaded, I don't know. There's a line. I think it should be very obvious what the line is, you know? I'd like to think most of you guys wouldn't cross the line. Showing out, going a photo, leaving. Absolutely beautiful. Someone has sent one in and it's so eloquently put. Like, if I was doing an IRL stream, so my favorite celeb or streamer, would you act nonchalant or just fall all over them? Well, I definitely wouldn't do that. I never get photos with anybody. The only celebrity I have a photo with is Louis Theroux, and that's because all my friends were like, we'll go ask him. I infamously never ask people for photos. I'd never go up to a celebrity. I just watch from afar. Somebody sent one in. It's so eloquently put. It literally is giving that episode of Friends where Joey does the thesaurus on every word. That's what it's giving. I can't even understand what the question is. But if they say no, if they know, then that's rude. I'm not gonna lie, I do have the opinion that if you are a streamer and you put yourself on the internet and then you turn up in public places, you know that part of that job is getting recognized. I couldn't imagine a situation where I'd ever say no to getting a photo with somebody unless I'm sat at dinner. If I'm sat having dinner, or I'm very clearly like doing something, and then it would be really awkward. But I'd like to think nobody would do that, you know? But you know that when you put your content on the internet and you do that, a part of your job is knowing that people will recognize you in public and will ask for a photo. Listen, I'm not Markiplier. I'm not somebody with millions and billions of fans, so I don't know what it's like to get stopped all the time. I'm not the Sidemen. I'm nothing like that. But like, if you, I don't know, it's just something that you know is going to happen. It's something that you have to keep in mind. Like, yeah, there have been times where I've been in a rush so I can't get photos with people, or there have been times where I've just been trying, like there's been a taxi outside and I need to go. I remember I'd leave James' gigs and we'd all run into the taxi because we'd be like, we literally can't do photos right now, we've got an Uber outside. I understand why people might hate it, and I understand how there might be like a 10% chance where maybe they just don't want to get a photo and they're just like, I'm really sorry. But also it depends if they say no. If a streamer turns around to you, or a celebrity turns around and goes, I'm really sorry, I'm trying to just like hang out right now, that's fine. If they turn around and they're like, no, go away, that's another thing. It's fine for them to say no, they're well within their right to say no to a photo, but it's how they say it as well. Yeah, but it's like, it's something that comes with the job. Like, I don't know. Wait, they're not loading. Oh, okay. Let's see. Wait, no, let's do this one. Let's do this one. I don't get how people can go after their friends' partners. I immediately see any of my friends' boyfriends as accessories to them and it'd gaff about them. But at the same time, I'm a lesbian. I'm the same. I've always been this. I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand how you can fancy someone when they're actively in a relationship. Like, I'm the same. Again, I have a friendship group full of guys, and there's a point where they all had girlfriends, and there was a point where all their girlfriends hated me. And I literally I worked so hard. They all love me now. Thank you very much. But I literally had to be like, guys, I promise you, I'm not a threat. For the love of fucking God, if you could tier list the order of every woman on the planet that wanted to sleep with these men, I would be at the bottom, I promise you. And then all my friends who are girlies, who have boyfriends or partners, I just don't like. If you're in a relationship, I just can't find you attractive, especially if you're dating my mate, even more so if you're dating my mate. Like, I can think that you're good looking, and I can go, you're a good looking couple. That's very different. Saying, oh, I think like this person's attractive is different to being like, I fancy this person. Like, again, my best friend with her ex-boyfriend, beautiful couple. Did I want to sleep with him? No. First of all, not my type. Second of all, my best friend's boyfriend. Well, no, first of all, other way around. But just for me, that neuron doesn't fire if they're in a relationship, and especially if that person's my friend. Even more, but then again, I do understand. Oh, hi, my lovely. I also understand you. On a different note, you can fancy someone who has a boyfriend / girlfriend / partner, but going after them, madness. That's literally exactly what I was thinking of. Like, sometimes you meet people, like when I was single, I'd meet people and I'd be like, oh my God, they're really hot. Turns out they'd have a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, they're still attractive. I still think they're hot, but I'm not going to run after you. You've got a girlfriend. Your girlfriend's lovely. Thank you. Yeah, you can think anyone's attractive. You don't have to vocalize that point, and you don't have to act on it. Vocalizing and acting is wild. I promise you, in my 24 years of living, I found plenty of people attractive. Never once, and I probably, a lot of them maybe did have girlfriends or boyfriends. Did I go after them? No. Even my current boyfriend was in a relation. Well, I was in a relationship when we met. Then he was in a relationship when we became really good mates. At no point whilst he was in a relationship did I go, need that man so bad. I thought he was good looking. I thought he was a great guy, but I wasn't like, need him. Literally, we both just happened to be single at the same time after both of our breakups, and it just happened, and we were like, wait. Maybe this is actually great. But we always find it very funny because at no point during both of us being in relationships with different people did we fancy each other because we were in relationships, or the other person was and we were like, oh, love that for them. You know? I don't know. If it's a very close friend, their partner's just kind of joined the circle, become family. Exactly. What about your mate's ex? Wait, what? What about your mate's ex? I think it's about to go for your mate's ex. Who? Because my current boyfriend, I was never friends with his ex-girlfriend. She was just kind of in the group, but we weren't really friends. Which is very different. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like, it wasn't really mates with my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. Dang. Yeah, no, okay. Oh, that, okay, sorry, that's clicks in my head. I thought you meant me then. I was like, I wasn't mates with that. Oh, you don't need to spam caps, my lovely, on Zoom. You don't need to caps anything. I was like, dang, Cal just tried to like gun for me. I was like, no, I promise. I couldn't think of anything worse than dating my best mate's ex. First of all, again, we're such different types. Can I imagine fancying my best friend? No, literally. Also, 9 times out of 10, the exes have done something egregious. First of all, I wouldn't want to be with you anyway. You're my best friend's ex. Second of all, they've normally done something egregious. Third of all, no. It's just never happened to me. I'm sure, much like everything, there's a very niche example that would like be like, oh no, but then this happened, and this. I could tell you. Oh, Beck! Oh my god, we're being spoiled today. Beck, thanks for the raid. Beck, yeah. Mon, Beck, yeah. Mon. I love you so much, Becky. How you doing, my gorgeous human? God, it's 7. No wonder I'm hungry. Hi, everybody. Today we're doing unpopular opinions. And whenever I talk about ones like this, I get really tongue-tied and I end up not making my point very clear. Beck! Usually the X is an X for a reason. Never once fancy one of my friends' ex. They're usually all on my hit list. No, me as hell. You've done my girl dirty. You're on my ops list for life. Welcome everybody. By any chance you don't know me, hi, my name's Lexie and I like to party, and we love Beckymon in the LexieMariex channel because Beck sat with me for maybe 6 hours collectively trying to fix my camera. Just for it to be the cam link. Oh yes. Love the vibe change here. Oh no, what were you doing, Beck? What's your stream? I've dated a friend's ex once because she set us up. Oh, that's completely different. Like, there can also be situations where you were at school and your friend dated someone, and then 10 years down the line, you re-meet the person and maybe you fancy them then. It's case by case. Oh no, Beck, what are you doing? Made it so Jack and TTS. How do you do this? You're a genius. What if you're friends with the ex before they were in a relationship with the friend? Hey, listen, I think that's morally case by case. Like, you know. Husband that can code. Damn it. Exactly, Zira. I think, generally speaking, there are plenty of examples where it's probably fine. But if I'm going to speak generally, hi, Brush. If I'm speaking right now in this immediate timeline, if my mate, like, I'm not going to go, oh, Jack Manifold. Oh, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. You know, that's not happening. Love you, Jack. Think you're great. Obviously not going to happen. But then you can start adding on, like, now it sounds like I'm adding on to this new point, but I understand some of you guys have very unique situations that have made it absolutely fine. So I think we should move on from this one, right? I think we should move on. Oh my god, this one's so true. This is not unpopular at all. People who are casual fans of something, even if they're only there for something / someone specific, are just as valid as a fan of someone who knows everything. I think this is off the back of our Taylor Swift conversation. I have friends that went to the Eras tour who could name you every single song, every single lyric, every single breath she takes. I also had friends that went to the Eras tour that never really listened to Taylor Swift and came out going, that was a really good show. The only time I get annoyed, right? The only time I'm ever like a bit of an op. The only time I've ever been an op is sometimes, I think especially in the content creator space, it's very well known that content creators get invited to shows, they get invited to things. Fans, like content creators get invited to gigs. Okay, absolutely fine. Don't care about that. That's cool. Enjoy your experience. Recently, I went to the F1 at Silverstone and it was the best day of my life. It was my first time going to a Grand Prix in person. It was amazing. And I enjoyed it so much. And, but also at Silverstone, there were brands that had brought people who didn't know anything about F1. Now, that's fine. That's fine because I have friends who didn't like F1, went to a GP and became fans. Absolutely fine. Until I see the photos afterwards, and all of their photos have been taken during the race because they wanted the race cars in the background. So they didn't actually watch the race. They took their photos during the race, then went into their VIP booth. That is when I'm like, oh, a diagnosed fan of F1. That's when I'm like, okay, that pisses me off. Because then I see those same people get to meet like F1 drivers. They get to meet really cool people. And I'm like, in the nicest way, I know you don't give a fuck about the fact that this is happening. You've kind of been told there's someone important in F1 you're going over. Again, that's cool. That's fine. That's the only time I'm a little bit bitter. That's it. I'm a little bit bitter. But generally speaking, let people be fans the way they want to be fans of something. If somebody wants to go to a gig whilst not really knowing the artist, let them. When I'm at Reading, I go to artists that I don't know more than I go to artists that I do know because I want to find new music. Oh, Soph, no, literally. Sounds like mint photos. If I was big F1 fan, that pissed me off. No, yeah, it was. But again, live your life, enjoy your experience. You've worked hard, reap the benefits. But I agree. I agree. I agree with this statement. There's no way that somebody said an unpopular opinion is listening to music whilst in the shower. Which one of you said that? Oh my God. Somebody said not enough people sub to LexieMariex, and I think Lexie doesn't get... Oh, wait. No, not the last bit. No, guys, ignore that last bit. That's too nice. Guys, not enough people sub to me. Guys, it's a time of the stream where you guys all give me your money. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate that, though. I really don't stream as much as other people or as long as other people, but I appreciate that very much. That's very lovely. Thank you. Okay, these are just really peculiar now. Some streamers shouldn't make music ever. Do you know what it is? I think it's a meta of, first of all, I agree. Not every single celebrity needs to make music. I think it becomes a thing where if you become a popular streamer, you kind of have the music and the money and the means to be able to facilitate it. So you give it a try. But you know what? You don't always need to give it a try. If I started making music, what am I doing that for? I can't even fucking sing. Yeah, people like Rufus Rice, who his whole thing has always been doing music. He's always been a music student. He makes music and he does his parodies. That's funny. Yeah, people like Jack Manifold, who have always like loved making music, and Freddie, who have always loved making music, have always made music, don't necessarily want to do a whole hoo-ha about it, but have a couple of times made songs for Christmas or for like projects or for videos. That's so fun. You know? Hard disagree. I think everyone should make more art, even if it's ass. I think make art that you're passionate about. If you're making music just for the sake of making a song, like because you think it's like gonna make you look good, everybody has an art that they're interested in. Like, I'm not a singer, I'm a dancer. You know, make art, but make art you're passionate about. Otherwise, you're just like motivating soulless art, and then there's no point. It's not art then, you know. Best creator. Oh my God. I love Joji so much. We knew this. Chat, we knew this. That cover changed lives. I didn't even know he did that. Or didn't he do yeah, I did know he did that actually. Yeah, like the boys making diss tracks. That's fun. That's fun. That's it. That's goofy. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Like, you know what? At the end of the day, if you have the money and the means to, you can do whatever you want. I do agree that not everybody has to make music. Everybody's got an art that they're good at. You should stick to that. But hey, if you have the money and the means and the ability and you want to just, why are you shouting? We can hear you. Are you good, bro? All you've done is come in here and complain about how I streamed. You can leave if you want. No one's asking you to stay here. Like, that. But, so when I'm making music, so yeah, off the back of that, next week I am dropping my EP. Everybody lock in. Yeah, as long as it's not a cash grab, like you can make music for fun. You can make music because you want to. It's a free world. Go do whatever you want. Unless it's shit. Because if your music's bad, I will be saying. A lot of you guys are kind of just putting in stuff that's just like off the back of things we've also said. A lot of you guys just sending in your opinion. Got your computer science GCSE remark. Found 5 extra marks. Oh my God, congrats. I'm so proud of you. Good freaking job. Also, thank you to people who are subbing on the Patreon. I don't know if that's from this stream or what, but I appreciate that a lot. You guys are just being really nice to me now. Loads of these confessions are just people being really nice to me. This isn't what I, okay. I'm going to change this one to a different conversation piece because I want to know. So this one says gifting a huge amount of subs to large streamers is a waste of money and you should gift them to smaller streamers is how I'm going to rephrase that. Not necessarily to me, guys. Come on. How do you guys feel about that? I've seen so much debate recently about how like during Kai Cenat's subathon, people are gifting like 10,000 subs and stuff. Because the thing is, I do agree, like the concept of the millionaire needs another $2 million, but also he's made his money from doing that. So it's kind of like, he's done the work. He's doing his thing, you know? Like if a streamer's a good streamer and people want to give money to the streamer, go crazy. It's not like he's not doing anything that warrants more. Like, you know what I mean? Did he reach 1 million subs? See, that's just so unfathomable to me. I couldn't imagine having like that many subs. The only thing that I'm kind of like, I don't know what my opinion is because part of me is the same. Like Kai Cenat, for example, is going to be generationally wealthy now, like for life wealthy. I want to get this off the screen because it looks like I'm being a pick-me. But I also feel like I don't watch Kai Cenat personally, but I feel like he's also a really good entertainer. Like when I look at his subathon and the stuff that he does during his subathon, whenever I see clips, there's always a madness going on. And he's like, you know, doing the damn thing. He's doing a damn good stream. What I don't like is when a bit for a streamer becomes, we're going to give them the money. But that's what a subathon is. But like the whole Kai Cenat, let's get him to 1 million subs. I'm a bit like, oh, but that's just like a sub goal. It's the same as I've got a sub goal. We've all got a sub goal. I think Twitch is just the hardest platform to grow on. So sometimes it can be... What are you saying? If the unpopular opinions are no of the flattering type means you skip mine. I've skipped quite a few because there are a lot that first of all just weren't unpopular opinions. Second of all were just weird. And I'm going to skip ones that are weird. Like we've got some really, we've covered plenty. There have been 250 sent in. I'm not going to be able to read them all, my darling. But yeah, I feel like, do I disagree with it just because somebody's big because they aren't deserving? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm... Yeah, exactly, Lizard. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if, like, Kai Cenat got to that point by doing good content, you know? I agree. And don't get me wrong, like, Twitch is so hard to grow on that sometimes it can feel like the slap in the face. Like I have friends who ended a stream being like, dang, or ended a streaming month being like, I don't have enough money to pay my rent. And then... you see Kai Cenat on 1 million subs. But also, Kai Cenat's put the work in. I don't really know his story or where he came from. Why do I feel like I'm about to get a nosebleed or something? Oh my God, he put an Etsy witch on me. But like, I think... work. There's also saying like, why buy a big artist album when you could buy smaller artists instead? Yeah, exactly. It's like saying, why? Yeah, exactly that. If you enjoy the big artist music, buy the big artist album. You can also, if you're able to, also buy the smaller album. But, you know, I think the smaller artists would just honestly appreciate the fact that you enjoy their music. Like, I feel very lucky. I also think it's unfortunate how people who already have tons of money keep getting more and also free things when they could easily afford it. Yeah, I get that. And as a smaller creator, obviously, I see what Kai Cenat is doing and I'm like, bro. But then also I see the people he has on the subathon, what he's doing. He's making the most with his money to make the most content. It's not like he's doing slop content. He's doing the most. Oh, Isla, don't worry, my gorgeous. How's your day been? Those of you who haven't told me today yet, let me know how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. But yeah, I do think there is a culture of, oh, if I have the money, I'd rather sub to a smaller streamer but keep watching a bigger streamer because of that reason. I like and appreciate that. I think it's, you know, I think Kai Cenat in particular is doing the most with the money he's got. He does so much charity. He does amazing streams. He does the most, and that's why he's so big. It's kind of almost like a Mr. Beast moment, but with a bit more personality. Like Mr. Beast is able to do big videos because he's making money from his videos to be able to make them bigger. The bigger videos get more views, etc., etc., etc. I just think that Twitch is really hard to grow on and can be very harsh on smaller content creators. Like everything going on at the moment with like viewership being down and like stuff like that. Like so Twitch can just be a really brutal platform. But I feel like most people who stream are aware of that. And it's like, I get stressed. I do get very stressed because this is my job and my livelihood. And this, amongst the other content I create, is my bills. And I get stressed if that I have a month where maybe I don't make as much money as normal. But I also know that that's my job. And, you know, it's going to happen and it will happen. But, you know, I personally, as a smaller streamer, I don't get like necessarily angry towards bigger streamers unless they really are just slop streamers and they're just sat playing slots. I don't know. If you're doing content, you're making good content. That's what this platform's for. If you're a large streamer who's making loads of money doing nothing, then I'm like, ugh. Oh my God, I love that. If I had so much money to spend, I'd rather give directly to charity than to a millionaire. Yeah, but then also it's like investing. It's the same as buying, literally the example earlier, it's the same as buying an album of an artist that you like. You're like paying into that content and that money is also then going to be going to charity. I think it's good. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. Oh God, all my friends are at Lady Gaga tonight. Yeah, okay. A lot of these are now just becoming like opinion pieces, like actual, like just reactions to things we've already spoken about. Were they expensive? Oh, I really don't go to concerts very often because their tickets, like concert culture is so expensive these days. Hi Snake, how are you? Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry you've had a bad day. I believe it if you told me Kai Cenat bought his views. Well, the only thing with Kai Cenat, like I was talking with Harry about this because I don't really follow that side of the internet, but apparently there was a thing where they didn't think he was going to hit 1 million subs. So Kai Cenat was just calling his celebrity friends and they were just giving him money. That's kind of like, I don't know. Oh, bro, Superman, you're getting banned. I don't give a fuck, bro. Bro, no one cares. No one cares. All you've done is come into this stream and complain about it, bro. This stream does not revolve around you. This stream does not revolve around you. Because you know what's crazy? 250 opinions got sent in. Most people's opinions didn't get read out. I'm just one girl. I've been live for 2.5 hours. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. Love you, though. You should sub. Like, there's only so many times I can read you just trying to get attention until I'm just going to get bored, okay? They're watching nearly an hour for nothing. No one gives a fuck. Get out, bro. I can't be asked. And that's why we should ban more. This is why we should ban more people. Hi, Nutta. How you doing? Apparently there was a whole thing where Kai Cenat, it didn't look like he was going to reach 1 mil. So he was like calling up Snoop Dogg and stuff. And they were dropping like 50,000 subs on him each. That I was like... Oh. Oh. That was like... Is it the whole time? Oh. Then you know what happened. Sorry guys, I lost my chill just a little bit there. I'm so sorry. That was the only bit of it where I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bit like, can you even buy 50,000 at once? I don't know. I couldn't even comprehend that. Yeah, that to me was like, oh, okay, it's kind of giving, I want to hit the number, so let's just kind of force it type beat. But I agree, it's kind of like tipping street performers or buying albums. Just personally what I want to spend it on. Oh my God, yeah, exactly. Like the amount of times that I'm like, for example, I always jokingly go, guys, give me your money. Guys, we're 7 away from sub goal. Guys, give me your money. Give me your money. But you guys also know I'll be the first person, hi crazy, to turn up. Like, if you can't, like, if you don't want to spend money on a streamer, you don't need to. It's a free platform, baby. It's a free platform. It's a free platform where you watch streamers for free, doing their thing for free. And then if you go, hey, I want to support this person, I want to do this, you can, on top of the fact that you're already watching them, and you know, giving them your damn time, which is valuable as fuck, you can then choose to then sub. That's absolutely fine. Hi Miriam. Like for me, I'm never gonna, wait, what's your EP? Oh, I'm not releasing an EP. Oh no, don't worry, I'm not releasing an EP, don't worry about it. Oh, Elizabeth, thank you for the 2 months. Don't worry, I'm not releasing an EP. I did say that earlier as a joke. Oh no, guys, I've got Superman MCMLXXX in my DMs calling me a bully. What am I gonna do? Block. Bro, I'm gonna make it so obvious right now. We're here on a free website. You can't turn up to somebody's stream, complain that they're not reading yours out when I've read out maybe 60 others, and cry about it. Because also, bro, I know which one was yours because you kept asking about men shaving their armpits. You kept spamming in my message requests, how do you feel about men shaving their armpits? I don't want to talk about that, bro. Yeah, I ignored it. Yeah, I ignored it, bro. Come on. Keep it moving. Oh my God, brush it. Oh, okay, no, I'm blocking. Oh, I'm just blocking. They're watching and messaging alongside. I don't care. Bro, it's just the first time tier 1 sub. I appreciate you very, very much. Like, come on, just guys. Let's all put our thinking caps on. Thank you so much, Brush, and thank you again. Let's appreciate that so much. Yeah, like for me personally, when it comes to oh no. For me personally, you guys coming into stream, talking in my chat, watching, lurking, whatever you do, that means a lot to me as well. Like that to me is the most important thing because I appreciate that people are giving me their time. Of course, there's a business side of me that's like, oh, I need to make money from this. But I would much rather make good content and stuff that you guys enjoy and be able to like connect with my audience than sit here and be like, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. You know, of course we're going to joke about it. It's a joke we all make where we're like, okay, guys, come on. But there's sometimes people sending messages in chat where they're like, I'm really sorry, I haven't gotten paid yet. Oh my God, meeting. What the heck? Oh my God, meeting. Thank you for the 7 gifted. That's first gifted as well. Jesus Christ. Thank you. That is so kind. Can we get some hearts and love in the chat? What the hell? Thank you so much. I so often have people messaging going, I'm so sorry. Like I can't afford to sub. Are you crazy? Don't feel bad. Never, ever feel bad for not being able to sub to somebody. You're here, you're giving us your time, you're literally watching my content that I'm giving out. Other people aren't as lucky to have like even 5 people watch their content. I feel extremely lucky and extremely fortunate to, first of all, have friends who raid me, and second of all, have so many of you guys come through for me anyway. I appreciate it endlessly. Sub goal, yay, thank you. And I feel like there are probably streamers who, hi Gibbs, there are probably streamers out there who have more subs, but probably have 1/5 of the community. And I feel very proud of us and what we've created as a community. And I feel so lucky that you guys come and watch me and give me your time and your energy and talk to me and give me a chance to do what I want to do. I appreciate that a lot. And I appreciate that significantly more. But I do also appreciate the 7 gifted. Thank you very, very much. You guys are the sweetest ever. I love you very much. I'm scared of the, oh no, how will, like the guy's coming for my Google Doc now. I can feel it. The Marines is crazy. I've never heard that in my life. Oh, Gibbs, I'm so jealous. The Marines. Right. Oh, Miriam, we're so glad that you're here. Is that our fandom name now? We used to be Lex Legion, ironically. Because the same as Average Army. But wait, why does the Marines go kind of hard? Why does it go kind of hard? Oh. I'm sorry, I really can't get over the concept of that Superman guy using your evening, spending 2.5 hours in a Twitch chat to talk about armpits, just to then get angry, get banned, just then message the person and get blocked again. Come on. I'm waiting for you in the responses. Marines and oh my god, that's tough as shit. University is becoming a waste of money due to the state of the current job market where work experience is more valuable than a degree. I get that. I do understand that. As somebody who didn't go to uni, and look at me now, I'm so employed. I get that. I feel like you see so many stories of people who are like, you know what, like those motivational Facebook posts where it's like all these famous millionaires never even finished uni. And it's supposed to make the people who possibly didn't go feel better. But I feel like it just kind of makes people who do go, well, why am I doing that then? Why am I spending so much money, years of my life, XYZ? I do think I didn't go to uni, but I wish I had, because I feel like it's a life experience. But you're also spending like 30 grand on a life experience. Sadly, I'm not the person to come to because I didn't go. I feel like it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's a good thing that we're in a world where, you know, lots of people can't afford to go to uni and can't get the student loan together. There are so many people who, for several reasons, can't go to uni. And so I think it's nice that it's not a necessity and people can do their lives their own way. University is so much stress. There's so many people, like the money of it, figuring it out, that it's so expensive. There's so much to it. I'm glad that people can go about it their own way. But also, I still think that university is an amazing life experience. I was like, there was a point in my life where all my friends were uni students, back when I was uni age, of course. Well, any age is uni age. And I loved it. I love nothing more than hanging out at a student house and don't clip this out of context, hanging out at the student house and like going on student nights out and all that kind of stuff. It was so fun. I still think we value education. I just think the world is becoming more open to other things. But I do still think that a degree holds a lot more value in jobs. I do think in a world where if you're looking, certain jobs do still, like it still holds a lot of value. I don't think a uni degree is completely out the window. I think it's still a very important thing that gives you a lot of credit. I just think we're also living in a world where people have realized there's more to the world than a degree. But I still think it gives you a lot, like it's still opposite for me. I feel like my work experience doesn't hold up as well. Exactly. I think it entirely depends. I think there are so many workplaces where, like acting, if you want to get into acting, you can go to an acting school to learn. But also if you're just naturally good at acting, you might get better experiences than somebody who studied it. But then if you want to go into science, they will probably accredit somebody who did a degree in science a better job than somebody who maybe helps as a runner in a lab or something, you know? And just as an employer, I agree why employers look for work experience more. It's just really ability to show you can go through work and be reliable. I think both have pros and both have cons for sure. If you want a boss or need a boss, they're going to see that degree and rank based on bachelor's, master's and doctorate. I didn't get that far. I'd like to think both have pros, both have cons. I think it entirely depends on what you're doing. Being in uni is a journey you go on beyond just studies. Also, I'm struggling with getting a full-time job right now, even with a master's. No, Amari, you're going to find the perfect job. I promise you. I don't know why I went to like grab your face there. What? You know? Shared school. Don't learn almost anything from school. I learn from working and doing more than sitting at a desk. And that's very important as well, to learn how you work. Because I always say this. I'm extremely lucky. FNAF jump scare? I don't know what you mean. One of my favorite Avatari clips is when he accidentally presses his FNAF jump scare button. What was I going to say? I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I FNAF jump scared it out of my head. Shit. Oh, fuck. I FNAF jump scared my point out of my head. Was it Elliot's message that set me off? Oh, shared school. Yes, thank you. I always say this, I'm extremely lucky, and it sounds very braggy. I'm very lucky where my way of learning is listening and writing down, which is exactly how school wants you to learn. Although once you figure out how you want to learn, I feel like, and I hope so, schools are becoming more receptive to other ways of learning. Figuring out that you learn better by doing, if anything, means that when you do your homework or when you study in your own time, you can utilize that. Even if like schools aren't willing to accommodate for that, which they should, because that's stupid that they don't. You knowing how you learn best, whether it's, do you know what I fucking hated at school? Mind maps. A mind map? I know you guys are going to love a mind map. I know you guys strike me as the kind of people that spend 20 minutes on the title of a mind map. I know who you are. But I hated them with a passion. I'm not learning anything. Let me write it all out, color code it. I'm good. A mind map, looking at a picture with like not even fully formed sentences, does nothing for me. But I had so many friends who loved them. My best friend Olivia loved them, had 50 in her room. Loved that shit. Exactly, because she was a visual learner. And once you learn how you learn best, and if you enjoy like the visual aspect of making it look pretty, I'm not artistically blessed at all. But learning how you work makes things so much easier. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because you learn a different way to others, doesn't like, there's not a ranking. There's no best or worst way to learn. There's your way to learn. Come on. Oh, I wish I was a pretty notes person. No, Amethyst, you don't understand how much I wanted to be a pretty notes person at school. My best friend was the pretty notes person. You are a bully and a liar. You are a bully and liar. Sorry, that was a Hamilton one. I was just curious. This is really niche, but people who hate on Hamilton cast members who aren't the OG members. I never understood that. I understand having a preference for the original cast, but shitting on the others is crazy. Leia. Oh, come on. Don't stop now. Now you have to find my Instagram and my Twitter and message me on all of those as well. Come on. You are a liar, you actress. Go the fuck out. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that we weren't going to talk about your opinion of people shaving their armpits, okay? I apologize profusely. Maybe next time. Oh my God, they are doing Shut Up, I'm Talking Live, aren't they? Harry and I, next year, want to do a live show. We debated doing it this year, but we think alongside the like the rebrand, we didn't think it was like, it was too much. Like my brain is really starting to like with how much content we're doing with Poor Decisions now and like planning it, because you don't realize how fast a week goes until you do a weekly show. I'll tell you that much. But I'd love to go to the Shut Up, I'm Talking show. I'd love to see what they do. See, that's the thing. I feel like unless you've got a tour company, which I'm sure Jack and Tommy do. I'm sure Jack and Tommy are definitely doing multiple dates, right? Or is it one show? Is it bad that I don't know that? I'm actually high-key a terrible, terrible friend. Oh, I've been viewbotted again. Who keeps viewbotting me? Awkward. Poor Decisions panel at TwitchCon. So you know what it is? You probably couldn't do a panel promoting drinking. So Harry and I next year are going to think of something really niche to call it. Like, exploring the interview space on a live stream. It's just one. Yeah, I think it'd be really difficult to do a tour unless you have a tour company, which is why, you know, Sillymus was just, who keeps viewbotting me? I think it's so ironic. Like the irony is not past me that people are like hey, thanks, man. I'm gonna be the next Kaisana. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, that's why like Sillymus was in just in Brighton, and then wait, where did you say it was? It was just one show. Is it in London or Brighton? Is it Old Market? Because Harry and I, oh my God, someone really is viewbotting me. Crazy way to spend your money. Guys, I'm on front page. Imagine I'm not viewbot and I'm actually just popping off. Imagine this is my blow up moment. I can't wait for one of my mates to be like, why the fuck were you on 2K viewers earlier? That is ridiculous. Please use your money better. I promise and I beg of you, there are so many other things to do with your money. Give it to charity, sub to me, so at least I'm getting some of it. So many better ways to use your money. But it's a good thing I'm not getting viewbotted and I'm actually to the moon. I'm currently on Mafiathon, okay? Right now, they're showing my stream on Mafiathon. I'm telling you. I completely forgot what I was talking about again. I can't lie. Oh, to be fair, we're going for nearly 3 hours. I probably should shut the fuck up and end stream. Thank you so much for us hitting sub goal as well. I appreciate that so much. That is so, so sweet and lovely. Do you know what we should do after this? Do you know what we're going to do when I end stream? We're going to raid somebody and we're going to see how many of the viewers are real. Imagine I do the raid and all 2,400 come in. Wait, Aura. Mr. Beast is called, I'm the new Nolan! Yes! Yes! Nobody hates Nolan. Nolan's my beloved. I love Nolan so much. Guys, imagine, what would you do if I became a new Mr. Beast side character? Would you guys be disappointed in me? What if the bag was crazy, though? Nolan smile, best smile. I love Nolan. What would you do if Harry and I started making poor decisions, but they were like Mr. Beast videos where you tune into poor decisions and it's like, we've put you in a burning building? What if you tuned into Poor Decisions tomorrow and it's, we've set Tubbo's office on fire and locked him in it? Anyone? We up? Would it be ironic? No. Don't worry, guys. There would be ventilation. I would open the window a crack. Just a little bit. I often wonder, because the windows downstairs are silicone shut, if something happened in the basement, I'm dead. 10 out of 10 stream idea. Thank you. Thank you. Top streamer fails. Come on. Come on. Okay. I probably should end stream though, shouldn't I? I probably should, right? I probably should, right? We've reached the point, normally whenever I do form entries, at the beginning it becomes things, and then in the end it kind of just becomes people's reactions to previous statements. So a lot of these just people talking about like Taylor Swift and stuff. Oh my god, guys, we're about to hit 3K viewers. Stop. Stream has gone off the rails. This is what happens, man. Let's end when you hit 3K. Wait, truth nuke. Brushed. No, I don't know. There are so many BP things in that fucking basement. I couldn't even tell you. I'm so curious. No, I'm actually also really curious about how viewbots work, because I don't know about this, right? Is it just a time thing? Like, are they on a timer? Am I now stuck with this number until the end? Like, how does it work? What's the vibe? What's the deal? 148 to go. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, guys, I'm about to hit the big leagues. Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, guys, I've fallen off. Damn it. Don't they ban for viewbotting? I think that's normally what people's goal is. People's goal is normally, I think, there's either two ways that viewbotting can go. Where either people think they're being really helpful, which is really sweet, especially during this time of year and with everything going on with Twitch. I think some people think they're helping by viewbotting, or there's people that do it maliciously because they think it's going to get you banned. Like, I'm not going to lie. I think it's pretty easy to just kind of be like, listen, I think it's pretty obvious to tell if the streamer or the manager is the one buying the bots. As we know, I'm not viewbotting, so I'll be fine, but it's definitely somebody really salty, I'm going to imagine, and trying to get me banned. But funnily enough, that's actually not going to happen. Imagine I got banned right then. Imagine if in that moment I got banned. Oh, bro, you could have just subbed. Maybe I would have spoken about armpits then if you just subbed, bro. Is it still... Oh, I think you have to change the setting. Is it set so that if you're banned, you can still watch the stream? Levichary alt stream instant? Oh no, which one? Oh, is that the one where he showed titties? Yeah, I think it's really hard to actually get banned from. So if anything, you're just making me look great. And if you could do this again for the brand deal I'm doing next week, that would be great as well. You can watch if you're banned. Oh, yeah, it's a setting. You just can't talk. Long. Oh, speaking of, guys, I'm going to be really serious. I'm doing a brand deal. Possibly on the 13th. I'd really appreciate if you guys could come the fuck through for it, because I'd really like to try and make it look great. And I think some part of it is I can is involved in the Discord as well. So come and join the Discord as well. Well, yes. Well, those of you that are new, because I feel like we've had loads and loads and loads of new chatters today. For those of you that are new, well, I'm normally live at 4 p.m, but I feel like going live at 5 did really well for me. So how are you guys feeling about starting times? Again, I normally start at 4 p.m, but do you guys prefer 5? Because I will happily starting stream at 5. The only thing is, I have this really silly thing. I know that this is very silly, but actually I think it's also me being tactical. A lot of my friends, like Max is live right now, a lot of my friends go live. Thank you, Shab. A lot of my friends go live at like 6:30, and in my head I'm kind of thinking, hey, they normally have better ideas than me. I'm just only yapping. Hi Marnie, we're just talking about what time. I think the stream was great. Oh my god, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm really glad to hear it. And also, again, thank you so much to everybody who's subbing to the Patreon. Literally like 6 of you guys have subbed in the time of the stream. I appreciate that. If you guys preferred, wait, can I get a 1 for 4 p.m. or a 2 for 5? Even if you have no opinion, don't worry about it. Oh my god, okay, no, let me know, because you guys are so sweet, and you guys always go, whatever makes you happy. But I want to know what's easy for you guys, especially since everyone's back to school and people have got work. I would much rather, oh my god, overwhelming amount of 5s. We'll try everything. Beat stream tomorrow though. Yeah, stream tomorrow will definitely be at 5 because we're filming the podcast. We're having Jack Manifold on. I think that's why his name was always on the top of my head the entire day, because I have to plan the episode after this. Tomorrow the plan is to do the watermelon stream, where for those of you who don't know, it's basically where we wrap a load of rubber bands around a watermelon. I found the watermelon, couldn't find any rubber bands, so I've ordered 200, I think it is. I've ordered 200 rubber bands. And Harry and I, and possibly Max, are going to sit on Brighton Beach and explode a watermelon with rubber bands. And that's it. That's the job. Do you guys think that this watermelon's big enough? Should I show you the watermelon? You guys want to see the watermelon? Surely this is big enough, no? It's because the first time I did it with G, it was a massive watermelon. The watermelon we used was huge, but it was peak summer. And I was walking around today and I just can't find any, like this is the biggest watermelon I could find. It's like the size of my head. Probably bigger than my head. Yay. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure that's fine, but I want it to be amazing. I don't know what I'm dressing as for Halloween. I have no ideas, which is so bad and so cringe. I should really have some ideas, but I really, really don't. I'm literally spending my night tonight planning out my outfits for Paris. If I were to try and do a stream in Paris, what kind of thing would you guys want to see? Because I was talking with G about it. G. I was talking with G about it, and she was like, oh, maybe around the convention, because obviously we're going to the Valorant Championships. But is there anything in particular you guys would want to see me do? I don't know what Toby was planning on doing IRL stream-wise, but being Miku Max Verstappen, that's insane. I love that so much. Yeah, we could do like a cafe little hour-long mukbang where we just sit at a cafe and film. Get lost in the catacombs? W idea. Yeah, we could do some walking around the street. Just French things. Oh yes, oui. But I really want to be able to stream. But if there's a slight chance that I'm not able to, don't worry. I'm planning on taking so much content out there that you would not be able to get away from it. But yeah, I think so. Tomorrow's stream's the watermelon, and there's no stream Saturday or Sunday. I'm back Monday. I want to do a stream soon where, and I'm going to ask you guys again this question again. If I did a stream where it was just me going through my clothes and you guys help me decide if I keep or get rid of the clothes, would you gaff? It would obviously also be very, very yappy. But like, I'm realizing recently, I have so many clothes that I don't wear. Oh, fun. We can literally do that Monday then. And then I'm trying to get my... So for those of you who are new to the chat, I normally don't stream on Tuesdays, Fridays or Sundays. Fridays because we do a live show on Poor Decisions. Sundays and Tuesdays normally my sorting workout day. And then Sundays I go to see my family. But on Tuesdays, I just keep wanting to stream. I keep getting my work done. And I don't know if that's because I'm not working hard enough or because I could just easily fit a stream in. Sort clothes and stream the sales. Oh my god, we do live sales. But I'll really bring everybody in. I'll start doing a live auction. How much are hanging out with me today? I probably should end stream, mostly because I I'm really hungry. And the one thing about starting stream at 5 is that when I stream for 3 hours, it's 8. In case you didn't know, there is a new episode of Poor Decisions out, my podcast with Harry. So go and check it out. Thank you so much to everybody that subscribed to the Patreon during the stream as well. Thank you to everybody who subbed during stream today, and the resubs and the gifted. I appreciate you all so much. I'll be live tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the watermelon stream. Lock in. It's going to be a freaking movie. And thank you so much. I really enjoyed stream today. I want to send you guys over to Max, but I'm scared that you're not supposed to raid if you've been view botted. So I'm going to see. And if it's a disgusting, and if it goes to whatever. Okay, no, we're good. I think, yeah. Okay. Oh. We'll see. Oh no, I think we're good. I think we're actually just popping off. Lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much. Please go give Max all my love. I want to start raiding more. I'm normally just like, I never have the energy to sit in a stream after I've ended stream. I want to run away and grab some water. But give all my love to Max. Love you all so much. Enjoy your day. Drink water. Sleep good, okay? And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the watermelon. Okay, I love you. Bye.